Hey, yo, what's going on? What's happening? What's going down, people? It's full-time Trip, Statman Trip, Trip, whatever you want to call me. As long as Trip is involved, we'll be okay. What's happening, man? It's Yanks Talk Ball. We back in the building. Another episode, another week of footy has gone by. Some blockbusters, some fireworks, a lot of drama, a lot of news, a lot of stuff dropping around, and you know we got to talk about it. The squad is here, full attendance, full marks. We are back in the building. First and foremost, Adrian is in the building. What's going on, dog?
I didn't really have a good weekend. When it comes to football, you know, but I mean, I know supposedly I'm gonna get cooked in this for a game that we didn't lose, but yeah, that's really
a bit of awkward tension in the room. I could feel it.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is certain City fans looking wild in the light right now. So certain City, not you, but I seen some City fans online, you know what I'm saying, literally had the blood pressure machine taking a blood pressure on stream. It's looking wild for some of y'all, and it's just a draw. But
Pep out.
Hey, listen, I'm ready to slander though for no reason though. That's just me. But we'll figure it out. But somebody who's had a better week slightly. Chasey's in the building. What's going on, Chase?
Feeling better. I was battling COVID, pneumonia, and strep throat at the same time last week, so it was a war, but I'm back just in time. Great draw. Some would call it a win. I'm excited to be here.
Who's some?
Everyone. Every Chelsea fan. And Arsenal fans and Liverpool fans, so you guys are welcome as well.
Hey, I won't even lie.
Robin Hood vibes out here, handing out points to everyone. So happy to be here.
Listen, what a warrior! What an absolute warrior! We're glad you're here, man. We're glad you're here. And of course, next up to bat, he's back in the building. No chill, Gene. What's happening, fam?
Where did Shane go, man? I really wish we'd have a little bit of. That's really about it. That's the only thing that I could think of. Shane,
and last but certainly not least, man, Phil Talks Ball. He's in the building with us. What's going on?
What's going on, man? Let's just say now, I will not be satisfied today until at some point I see some sparks fly between Chase and Adrian. I think this is the one chance we'll get all year long. And I saw Adrian rubbing his eyes as Chase was talking earlier. I feel like somebody's cooking right here.
Oh man, hold that thought before we.
I need Adrian to speak his mind.
Yeah, listen, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, let it out, let it flow. We gonna get to that, man.
Well, I'm sure I can see how the whole narrative of me popping in and out when stuff goes good and stuff goes bad. I see that. Life just happens the way it does. I get it, but I just happen to be here this week. I'm just not sick anymore, so I don't know what else to say. But
hey, clean bill of health, man. We here now, and you can help us as we get there in the future. You know what I'm saying? Help fund Chase's appearances by rating this podcast 5 stars. Go audio podcast platforms everywhere. Yank Talk Ball. Now rate us 5 stars. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you're on YouTube, and again, just share all of our posts around if you see us on socials on all of our different platforms for the shorts. Again, the segments, all the other content that you might not see on this pod recording itself, and rock with us, man, so we can get further in the algorithm and get more eyes on the show. Now, I just personally want to get right into it. I want to get right into the stories for the week, and we can start again. Man City, Chelsea. It's another draw, you know what I'm saying? Some were going into this game. A lot of people were going into this game, you know what I'm saying, based off of certain things and predictions and just the thought of the universe of every probability of this was going to happen. It was going to be City thrashing Chelsea, like no problems. But that wasn't in the script, man. It wasn't in the script. Out of missed chances, intensity, and defensive integrity, all that kind of stuff, it was a 1-1 draw. And honestly, at some points, it could have gone either way. It could have been a dub for Chelsea at some points. But I want to hear straight from the horse's mouth, man. You know what? Let me go to Chase first. Chase, I need you to speak your mind. How did you feel going into that game? And then how did you feel about what transpired?
Well, I would say just based on the receipts that we have available in the group chat, wasn't feeling good. I think I said anything under 4-0 was a win, and I was going to celebrate it like a win. So that kind of explains why I'm where I am now. I mean, Malo Gusto, we may have another Reece James on our hand. I do want to start there. Doku, your time's up, buddy. But overall, on a serious note, it was good to see a competent performance, which is sad that we've gotten to that point, but that really is what it is at this point. Caicedo, Enzo, Gallagher, I thought they did well in the midfield, which is ultimately what you need to control in a game against Manchester City. we can talk about the missed chances, but it's always going to come down to, missed chances in football. So that just is what it is. And yeah, I mean, we're focused on the next one. We got a big cup trophy to focus on at the week. I think that's a good way to send us into the week against Liverpool side, who I don't think is as good as City. So it should be some confidence for the boys. But I would like to see how Adrian feels more than anything. Kind of feels like the title just slipped out of their hands right there. So I don't know. That's just how I feel. I like playing the bad guy. That's just what it comes. Ruin other people's days at this point. That's what it is. So
dang, Chelsea the spoiler.
No, obviously, I was irritated, but of course, most of my anger is going to be directed towards ourselves for failing to beat Chelsea twice this season. This shambolic Chelsea team that's in 10th place, and they're rooted to 10th place. They have a great relationship with that 10th place spot. They can't seem to get out of it. No matter
what's wrong with the table. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand.
No, it's Mourinho's first season at United.
We had a similar conversation. We had a conversation. I don't know if it was on the pod last week. I don't remember. I remember Gene was saying that Chelsea, they build up these results. They get maybe one or two decent results, and you think, oh yeah, maybe we're building some form. The boys are confident, and then just slapped up with a 2-0 loss, 1-0 loss to Crystal Palace at home or Nottingham Forest or whatever. So, as for Chelsea, I mean, it's just so unpredictable that they could just go and get embarrassed again whenever they're playing against Liverpool. Next weekend this upcoming weekend in the final. We know what happened last time these two teams played. So
dang, he said
I'm not saying.
He said
he's deflecting like crazy. We're talking about last week. He's talking about the fucking Carabao Cup. What are we doing here? You were just some accountability. We need some accountability here. Accountability.
Okay, we're gonna have our predictions on this game. So I want to hear what your prediction is.
You can get your get back then, but for now, let's talk about what happened. I mean. He comes into the trap, takes over the trap. Kyle Walker on skates.
I mean, only scored one because he could have had a hat trick. Let's be real. So
before we keep going into it, I think. Wait, we need to know who won the predictions last week because one of these guys could set each other up.
Hold on. I'm waiting. I'm waiting until we go towards the end. I'm holding that towards the end.
But then how are we gonna shut? Yeah, we need to do it.
Yeah, we
need
to know who won though. Yeah, that's a good call, Jim.
All right, do I want to do it now?
Yeah, just before we go into just so because then we can't have the thing.
All right,
the winner needs to be able to shut down the loser.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If Adrian's the winner, this whole time he could have shut Chase up.
Yeah. You're right. So all right, let me run through. I'll just run through the result. I'll run through the standings, not the results. You guys can ask for it later. But last place was Chase because he did not finish because he wasn't here last week. Sorry about that, dog. It's whatever. Fourth place.
With pride.
Yes.
With pride.
Was Gene. That was Gene. He got that fourth place. Third place was me. And actually,
wait, how many points?
I had, what did I have? I had 18 points. And actually,
that was third. Wow,
that was crazy.
Actually, this week we had a two-way tie for first.
No way.
At 22 points. Both Phil and Adrian have scored 22 points, so they are tied for first.
So what does that mean?
Both of y'all have the power.
You
can decide amongst yourselves.
Both of them. I say they both have the power.
I don't have no time buyers in the store, so y'all might as well both have it this episode. That's fine by me.
All right. So for everyone who doesn't understand what just happened, since Adrian and I both got the highest points totals from our predictions for last week, we have the authority to shut anyone up at any point during this episode tonight.
Well, this is new to me. So
if at any point, if you were here, you would have known.
Yeah. So I thought it was just a loser. I thought it was just a loser that you could shut up.
Oh yeah, you're right. Shut the lowest scoring person at any point during the pod. So if Adrian had known this 2 minutes ago, this conversation over Chelsea could have been much quicker. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we can continue back to it.
How would I do it though? Do I have to make a sign and just be like, hey, mute me?
Yeah, you can do it however you want, man. You just gotta be time out. You know what I'm saying? Buddy, shut up, it's over.
As you want.
Wakanda forever, bro.
Yeah.
I'm off right now.
But with that being said, Adrian, do you want to add on anything to what you said about Chelsea, or can we have a go at it?
Yeah, can the onlookers jump in?
I mean,
He's trying to cue it more. He's trying to cue it more hateful statements.
That's all I need to say. They're in 10th place. They came into 10th place. They're still in 10th place. And I mean, what? How is there a greater form of I guess more disrespect than just saying your intent?
Well, for them, it's not seen as disrespect anymore.
Holland and
their
Hoyland
everyday
are
life.
starting to look very similar.
It's their everyday life.
Every week I
Who?
see Holland and Hoyland, and it's just kind of like they're getting near and near each other. I'm getting nervous.
Dang. Gene said,
No,
wait, he's gonna avoid
we
it.
can talk about Holland.
Dang.
Nah, Holland
Hey,
must be talked about. No,
we gotta say something.
that game was on his hands.
It was on his head.
He could have scored what 3 goals at least.
Hey,
At
bro,
least 2
Hey,
headers.
bro, hold on a minute. Hold on. I got you. This my man was waiting for that moment the whole time. At that Shambach performance, he was just like, hold on, excuse me. Let me just. My man
That's
had to
crazy,
duck out.
bro.
He had to
You
duck
know how
the
bad
smoke
you have to
when
be
he
for
rolled.
Man, I thought we still had Gabriel Jesus out there, man. Like,
Hey, don't worry about him, brother. Don't worry about him, brother. You got your own
Yeah,
BCM
called
Punk.
now?
BCM
BCM
Punk. I ain't gonna lie, that slander name is insane. That's an insane slander name, bro. But that wasn't him, bro. He's injured right now. Don't talk about the injured folks like that.
I'm
Let's
serious.
talk about
Those
the facts.
headers gave me like PTSD. Like that was like I was like, wait, dude, what happened?
You know what it reminded me of?
Mm.
It reminded me of Jakarta, bro. If there's a person that could miss those chances that game, was playing for the opposite team, man.
it was
Nicholas
the-
Jackson.
it was the
Jakarta had that
battle of
1v1 that he missed.
I mean, everyone.
The crazy thing is, Nunez isn't even missing those chances like that. He's hitting the woodwork
Hey.
at least 4 times.
Let's keep it
Minimum, yeah.
And I said this in the chat. I said this in the chat too. Again, that Holland performance, bro. If that was Jesus, if that was Nunez, crucified, drawn and quartered, getting hooked to 4 horses, and they're all getting sent in opposite directions, bro. They're getting murdered on the timeline.
But to be fair, there's a reason. There's a reason why.
Or their own fan base. That's
Not by
this is-
everybody.
Okay, listen.
I agree that
To be fair, there's a reason why. Holland's built up enough credit.
Memes for that performance.
Yeah.
That was one of the worst performances.
The
I've ever
credit,
seen.
but listen, this is not the first time he misses goals like this.
Credit
he
is
misses
credit, but you
a
gotta
lot
do
of
the
sitters.
job.
And there's a reason I'm not a Holland
He makes
hater.
up for it because he usually finishes 1 or he gets so many chances. He finishes
Yeah,
1
that's
or
what
2
I'm
and he
saying.
misses 6.
So imagine
It evens out.
Nicholas Jackson's performance against Spurs, but Holland every game. That's what it is. The amount of chances that he gets with us.
I'm ready to
No.
have that
He
conversation.
gets so
No,
many,
that's-
I don't
he gets
do
so
that.
many
Nah,
chances.
it's not that.
Really is.
He
He does get a
so
lot of
many
chances, but Nicholas Jackson against Tottenham was
Not like
a meme
that.
for a reason. That was a
Okay,
bizarre.
he won't get 6 chances in one game, but he definitely gets 2-3 chances a game. Yeah, and I'm like, that's a lot for a player.
on
like
average.
that.
On average, probably. But it's
that's
not,
what I'm
but
saying.
every good striker needs that to get the numbers.
So that's,
that they get.
I don't think Darwin Nunes has 3 chances every week.
Probably does.
Creates them for
Over the past-
himself.
over the past
He
like
probably
month and a
does it pretty
half,
close to
over the
that.
past month and a half,
Yeah.
he definitely has had minimum like 3
Yeah,
chances every game.
it
I
depends
ain't
on
gonna
what you
lie.
consider a chance, though, because we could be talking half chances. We could be talking, like we're talking clear.
Well,
clear
those are
chances,
full
like-
on chances that you know what I'm saying, and which I've seen him miss, which is a reason that you guys will also he can't be a robot, but he misses. I've seen so many misses.
Some point
like if you
blanks.
do a comp,
Yeah, he's probably
You know
top
what I'm
of
saying?
big chances missed, just
Yeah.
because of how many
How
the
many
volume
scores,
of chances that he
yeah.
does get. It's
Yeah.
true.
But a lot of other players are at the top of those charts.
No, every
Yeah,
every
100%.
top striker
But,
is always at
yeah.
the top of those lists.
And that's for me. All I'm saying, being serious though, like everybody misses big chances. That I think that's just a matter
Yeah.
of course. So people can't provide.
but it's
people
how
can't-
many though. It's
Yeah.
not like missing one. You can't
Yeah.
miss 2 of those in one
Yeah,
game.
this
You know what I'm
match
saying?
I
was
agree, and they're gonna hold themselves
ridiculously
to that
bad.
standard. But again, it's like nobody's perfect. As much as y'all want to think the Viking Majin Buu is perfect, he ain't perfect. All right, just
No,
like
for
everybody,
sure.
every other striker in the league game. You know what I mean? This game, he was just focused on chocolate beams instead of
Every
scoring
striker in the
goals.
world. I mean, people said the same things about Lewandowski, about Benzema, about Cavani. It's just a thing that happens when you're
Facts.
a top striker. You need a lot of chances, and sometimes you'll have a game like this where
Mm-hmm.
you look like you've never played. You can't hit a barn door. Like it just happens.
Yeah.
And he's built up enough credit, and it's not just as if he's a City 10 chances a game merchant.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing this in Dortmund, doing it at Salzburg. So he has a track record of usually being extremely clinical. Like his numbers, his conversion rate, I think before he joined City was like 44%, something ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
So it's not like this is a pattern of his. That
Well,
he's
yeah.
like a wasteful
This
striker.
conversation is based around the idea that maybe Holland is not, he's not him, or he's not the striker.
He's
for
not
us.
the he's not the best striker in the world.
Who is Kane?
Harry Kane.
I mean, Kane's
He's lost a lot of credibility recently.
Kane's
I still
better than
think Haaland's the
Lazio.
best.
Nah,
The
that's
Haaland
what,
thing is
we'll get to
more-
that.
What credibility did he
Yeah.
lose recently?
I don't know what he lost. That's another. We'll get to that.
Bayern
Hold
Munich's
that.
getting shit on. I mean, what are you talking about?
He
We're
is-
talking about-
What does
Listen, as
Harry
much
Kane
as
have to
I
do?
wanna- as
Hey,
much as I wanna
Upamecano,
bury-
don't get a red card.
Yeah,
What
as much as I
type
wanna
of
bury
mental
him.
thing is that? That's the dumbest
Yeah.
thing I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, but
That's actually that's idiotic. That's idiotic.
Yeah.
That's
Hold on,
idiotic.
hold on,
You tell
hold
your
on,
center
hold on.
back not to get a red
Hey.
card for a striker.
Hey,
That's
hey,
the dumbest
be the
thing I've
top
ever
dog,
hold
though.
that, hold that. We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that later, though. We gonna get to that later, and I want to
Now I
talk
have
about
to
that.
sit here. Now I have to defend Haaland, where I feel like he is the best striker in the world. I don't think there's a question about that. I think he's missing chances, but that's just part of the game. Like, it happens, but also he's, like Phil said, he's proven time and time again. It's not like he's not a memeable. He's not a
What
joke.
about
or
in
anything
Norway?
like that.
Why in Norway he didn't do anything?
Okay,
for
now we're
Norway.
talking about the
What did he do?
Norwegian national
Okay,
team. What are we
yeah.
doing here?
I don't
Yeah,
really.
Hey, whoa.
What is it,
Does he not play for Norway?
But I mean, how many of us
Regardless
watch
of
Norway
whether
90-minute matches to know
There's nobody
what's
we
going
can-
on there?
Like,
I
there's no
love
way we can
Odegaard.
do
I'm
better
not watching
than
that damn
Haaland
90
at the
minutes. 90 minutes in
moment.
Norway.
Yeah,
Wait, what
and
was
he
Adrian
also
saying?
and,
Adrian, what
and
were you
Haaland's also just came back from injury. Like he has a bit of rust.
That's why I'm saying Harry Kane right now is the best striker in the world.
I
don't understand how that's crazy.
I'm
Yeah,
just saying that
but
there's
Chase's thing is
no,
crazy.
there's no question
That is crazy
that
for
like
me to say
there's-
that.
we
We'll
can't
get to
do
that
any
one, though.
better than Haaland right now. So I mean, it just he had a bad game and that's really it. You know,
But he wasn't a focal point. Again,
Aguero had plenty of awful
yeah.
games for us.
And again, he wasn't the only one
Yeah,
who
he
didn't
wasn't
have a
the
great
best striker
game.
in the world
You
either.
know what I'm saying? Like City all around. I feel like it's just again. They just got stifled. Again, let's keep it a stack. Poch does know how to set up against City. It's a Poch team. I feel like, again, from stints at Spurs, he understands how to set up to a relative level against City. He knows how to.
What's
Yeah,
his record against Pep?
Wait, he knows how to.
Or is it,
He knows.
Overall, I
No,
don't know.
it's ass. The only thing he knows how to do is not lose because he
Yes.
can't beat them. That's about it.
Yes.
He can't
I
beat
would
them. He can't
also I would make the argument
And-
that
and
because
yes,
of
that
how
makes him
dominant City's been, you're going to be more switched on as a Chelsea player playing against City at the Etihad, whatever the fuck you call it.
Yeah,
Like-
empty head. I don't know.
Bro, try to add
something
some
like
sauce into it, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to
You can call that shit
I'm
whatever.
trying to have
bro.
some, yeah, whatever. But like I'm saying, like
Etihad, you can
that's
call
the
it
game,
whatever
that's
you
the
like,
game
bro.
you get up for. So in a way, like obviously it's easy to say they should perform like this every week, but ultimately it's a lot. Like they say, can you do it in a cold night in Stoke? Like that's where you end up
But also,
making
how
those
often
differences.
How
That's
often
true.
has Chelsea played a team that attacks them as much as we did?
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah, played right in the
I mean, they
Chelsea
did
game,
like
honestly.
2 weeks ago when they
Yeah.
went to Anfield.
Yeah,
Not,
literally.
Yeah.
it's not
but-
that often though. I mean, you look at most of Chelsea's games; they didn't have.
But they
that.
proved that in the for the
Watch
for the
United
other
and Chelsea.
side.
Chelsea was
preferred-
just as open as this game. United and Chelsea was just as open as this game. Back and
Okay, but
forth.
that's the
both
risk.
teams.
That's the risk you're running when you play these open games. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, Chelsea is going to struggle a lot. They'd rather play that game against City every day of the week than, Bournemouth or someone who's going to sit back. That's just the way the players that they have aren't good at trying to break down these low blocks. So it's a lot easier to hit a ball in behind to Sterling and Jackson. Granted, you may lose 4-1, but that's just City didn't finish their chances, and that's what happens.
And that,
On that note, real
Neither
quick,
did you guys.
real quick on that note, Adrian, are you not
Could've gone
worried?
either way, too.
Adrian, are you not worried? Because you said like way earlier in the season, I can't remember which match it was after, but you said City was having this pattern where you guys were wide open in transition, and you were talking about how this is like Pep Guardiola's biggest pet peeve or biggest nightmare when his team is wide open in transitions like this. I mean, we're in mid-February, and you guys just had maybe one of, if not your worst performance in that regard. Like, are you not worried about that? Like, just
Yeah,
big
yeah.
picture.
Yeah, because I mean, and like I remember when I said that, I was talking about like the players that are direct by nature that are in the squad, and all of them started in this game. Haaland, Doku,
Jeremy.
Walker to get benched, bro.
Alvarez in the midfield.
Yeah. Bro.
So yeah, lack of control. That was a lot. Chase was talking about how Enzo and Caicedo had good performance in the midfield. I mean, that's why we got Alvarez playing in the midfield. He's not a midfielder. We've got, Doku is a very direct player by nature. He gets the ball, and the first thing he wants to do is go at his defender.
Right.
Doesn't work with Malagusto though.
So do you think it's
Hey,
as simple
yeah.
as just playing Grealish on the
Malagusto
left
was
and
on
bringing
job.
Bernardo Silva in for Alvarez? Do you think it's as simple as that?
I think.
But how much
could've-
physicality?
It didn't change much.
And also,
It didn't
ideally,
change
having
much.
Stones instead of Akanji
Yeah,
playing in
that's
that.
what I was.
midfield
That's what I
role.
was.
But
gonna say. I
Akanji's
was-
phenomenal though. Like he just has
But in that
a
midfield role, he's not as
Is
good as
Grealish
that
more
role, he's
important
not-
than
he's
me?
not Stones
People
in
lead
that.
on.
It's
Like the role that Grealish plays does matter, and people try to like negate what he does, and then you see, ultimately that the way that they play, you need that, and then they use Doku, and it just doesn't work the same.
I mean,
But then
when
Grealish
Doku
plays
can't
and
beat
people
his man, he's pretty useless.
Yeah,
right?
literally.
Yeah,
He's not offering much else.
And I mean, he beat his man a couple of times. The crosses weren't going into the
Yeah.
correct spots.
As
And if
effective.
that game, if they
Yeah,
were,
there's a time and place for it. That's why you have squad depth. It's just when do you choose to use a Grealish or when do you choose to use a Doku, and he may have just made the wrong
is
decision
Grealish
on the day.
injured? Like,
I
Grealish
don't think
hasn't
he's-
been-
I
Yeah,
think
Grealish
he's
picked
just
up
been-
some ghost injury.
Really?
Yeah. I
But
mean,
regardless, they have two different options depending on the team they play, and I think a Grealish in that game, retain possession, move up the field, would have been better than trying to.
You could even
1v1.
throw Alvarez as a left winger, to be honest.
Him.
I mean,
yeah, but he's still,
and just
he's still
put someone in the
I don't think
midfield.
He would still not influence the game like Grealish does.
Yeah.
And I'm not
Right.
trying to say that Grealish is gonna change the game like entirely by himself. But I'm just saying like the patterns of play, they just completely change when Grealish decides to just withdraw, hold the ball, and play it back. Like usually he gets memed for it, but it changes the dynamic of the attack and the way that defenders respond to perhaps a quick pass that can come out, from the midfield afterward. So
Mhm.
the whole pattern of play changes.
What did
Yeah.
you think of Bernardo on the bench?
I remember I was like I questioned it obviously. At the time I was just I try to trust Pep at every moment, and I wanted
That man
to,
should not be on the bench for as long
Yeah.
as he's in
Yeah,
the
no, I agree.
That's what
I
it comes
agree.
down to.
And when he came on, we had plenty more chances. Maybe there were
Yeah.
half chances. We were not clear, but of course at that point in the game, Chelsea was trying to protect the lead.
Yeah.
So
What-
we were crossing the ball a lot.
Was it just Pep being fearful of the physical battle? Maybe he picked Alvarez maybe just because he was a little bit stronger build. Maybe. I don't know why
It
the
seemed like
reasoning why
it had
Bernardo
something to
could've
do
been
with
off.
like what Adrian was saying, more direct players on the pitch. Like probably anticipating a more vertical game, a more back and forth game.
Yeah.
And again,
Probably having Alvarez
if
on
those
the
chances went in for City, we'd be having a different talk
Yeah.
right now.
At the
You
same
know?
time,
If
Chelsea
it would
those
have been
chances-
the-
if those chances went in for Chelsea,
Um,
we would have a different conversation right now.
I mean,
There
Jackson
were,
had a
but
chance,
again,
Sterling had a couple
we are
chances.
talking about Chelsea.
Certainly,
so-
yeah. Yo, I'm
know?
sorry. Yeah, we gotta sit there. We gotta stop in on the SNL, the comedy skits that we saw, in AKA Chelsea's attack, bro. Bro, some of those chances, dog, bro. Sterling just doing like pressing R3 in front of goal, is doing a little kip up or something like that, little touch up.
To be fair, I think he was offside on that one.
Bro, even if you,
Doesn't-
But yeah, it was bad. It was
like,
bad.
it was
You know what-
bad.
you know
How
what I
many
thought
counters
about-
squandered? How many counters squandered, bro? Offside or not, it just the look of it was so awful, bro. I ain't gonna
It was
lie.
kind of
It was ass.
like United yesterday. United had how many chances yesterday on like countering Luton for some reason, and we just couldn't. After 2-1, that game could have had 7 goals.
Yeah.
And then I
Goals
think,
were just not
Really squandered attacks.
and then I think, and then I was still on the Chelsea City game. I think I don't know what Chase thinks about this, but I feel like Christopher Nkunku had one of the worst cameo appearances I
Bro,
think I've ever
it was,
seen.
he was straight
does.
anonymous.
He
United-
looked like, bro,
That's
man
a
looked
hard
like he
game.
had 10 better places to be than on that pitch once he got subbed up.
That's a difficult situation to get thrown into, so we got to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I mean,
but-
what?
That
That's
was one
another
thing-
90
The thing is, I'll
million,
excuse
whatever, on the bench.
No. Okay, so keep him. I'm not being like reactionary and saying he's a flop or anything like that. I still think
Of
he's
course.
one of Chelsea's best players.
I'm just saying, why is he on
Uh,
the bench?
Oh, Poch is just doing his thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's not even
He's
so
injured.
that chance that he.
It's
that
been
they-
3 months, brother.
The 2-on-1 or 2-on-2 situation they had where it got played across to him and he kind of messed it
Yeah.
up. I'm willing to put that whatever. It's rust. He just been on for a couple minutes. It was his first real involvement. But just for the entire match, whenever Chelsea would lose the ball and City starts launching an attack, the guy's not even walking, just standing still.
Did I not say
watching
this
what's happening.
last week? Did I not say last week of him? I literally said this last
What did
week.
you say?
Who did Chelsea play last week?
Wolves, I think, right?
I just the same thing that I said. We could go back on it. I literally said Nkunku's
Oh, yeah,
losing the
Palace.
ball, and
It's
this
you
guy
on
just
Palace.
looks back like these guys are countering. He just like looks at them and he just like is walking. I'm like, what is this guy
He's used to the
doing? Bro?
Bundesliga where it's just like basketball, so he's like, it's coming right back. So
What if it
is.
doesn't?
saying, you
That's
can't
when
say
you guys
it's
started
injury.
getting cooked. Like
He's-
when you went from
he's back
Jackson,
3 months
Sterling,
ago.
Palmer, who all working so hard, and then you brought on 10 defenders and left Nkunku up there who's just walking.
Facts.
Like, he just the
That's why,
momentum
I
of the
mean,
game. Like,
He came back in December.
And I even say this without you guys just laughing at me, but we need a striker. As after we spent $1 billion, like I still like, and I know a lot of teams say that, but like, I mean, I feel sick saying it, but we need a Højlund or just someone like that who can just. I mean, that's just what it is. Like, it's fucking.
I think Jackson Chase saying we could use Højlund. I feel like there's receipts of.
Facts. He's got it. He's had to.
I'm not even gonna say nothing. You know, I'm not. You could say
dude, the song changed my life. Ever since that song came out, I've just.
Legendary song.
Big up, Mr. Millis, bro. But
Speaking of which,
I will say real quick before you go to your point, I will give a rare thing, praise to a Chelsea player. I'll give some praise. Axel, you know what I'm saying? The masterclass. He was on job. Yes. Axel, the
guy plays like Maldini one week and then the next week he's gonna play like Chase Ball.
In the game that we needed him to turn up, he turned into an absolute beast, bro.
But with me, like you see the glimpses. It's like there's hope there. It's just that you can't keep it all the time. That's the
crazy.
problem.
Again, credit though to him and Malagusto. I think those are Chelsea's best players on the pitch. Both of them just lively, alert to everything, was stopping everything in their way. Just making so much happen, man. Again, that glimpse. If I was a Chelsea fan, like you said, like I'd be like, damn, why can't we get this every week? And then you see what happens next week. You're like, oh, that's why. Fucking, what's wrong with you?
And also, before we move on, I know we're not going to be able to see this, but people that are on Spotify, I'm going to read you messages from Chase himself here, okay? Flexing a tie like you guys have against your rival is insane behavior. I just wanted to put receipts of Chase saying, yeah. I just wanted to show you guys that.
That's crazy.
You know,
I wanted to rattle off my Jeremy Doku slander names too, just because, but never mind. I was just throwing them out there because motherfuckers saying.
I want to say Kyle Walker is a problem for us.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about him. Let's talk about the breakdancing.
Ever since he cheated on his wife, he just hasn't been the same.
I forgot about Mr. Stomp the Yarn, bro. He was doing a Chris Brown.
I can't believe that guy's our captain.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny? Because I remember, I don't know how many seasons ago it was, but I remember when Sterling played for us, he had a very similar chance. Again, we're playing against Liverpool, and I think Phil might remember this. He's through on goal, slows down because he's trying to get an angle to shoot on his right foot, and Van Dijk tracks back, just completely blocks the shooting lane for his right foot. Sterling stops and just like it's like he surrenders, and then
I remember
that gives the ball to
I think I remember.
And I remember that, of course he was playing for City, and so obviously that irritated me back then. So I see Sterling with a similar run with the ball. Walker, for some reason, he had already decided to leave Sterling by himself, even though Akanji was marking Jackson. But for some reason, he decides he's going to go and double mark. And the ball comes to Sterling. Walker still has time to at least block the shooting lane. And then he just gets sent because he just commits to thinking that Sterling, a guy who's played with in the England national team and at Manchester City for years, like he was never going left.
And if he went left, who gives a fuck? Your keeper has the angle there.
I recall Sterling taking a shot with his left foot. Like I'm sure he scored on his left.
He has.
I just can't remember.
Any goal that you see Sterling scoring his left foot is one of those that it just like it was a cross, or he didn't have time to think about it.
Did he score a goal on accident for Chelsea with his left this year or something like that? Like it was.
I remember against Tottenham in the Champions League, right? Like you said, from that De Bruyne cross like to the back.
Yeah, it's whenever.
But that's different. That's not a strike.
Time to think about it.
Right.
It's not like he swings his foot at it and it goes in. But here he's dribbling with the ball. He's trying to set himself up to shoot. Then he never goes with his left foot, So I mean,
that's too funny. It's playing together for a decade for England, right?
For a decade, for national team and club.
We need to check what Kyle Walker bets on. Whatever he bets on, there has to be
at some point, after going in, I was like, he's doing this because I thought about that, and then I thought about the Anthony Gordon chance when the goal that Gordon scored against us in that Newcastle game last month. I was just like this is a left winger. Obviously, you know their game. They like to cut inside and shoot those finesse shots, and you just you allow them to do that. Like how is as a so-called best right back in the league? Some people think he's the best right back in Premier League history, which is
that's a very popular belief.
It's very interesting.
How does that happen?
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
it blows
I mean,
my
it's
mind.
been, he's been getting
Maybe-
exposed this season, not only on his personal life, but yeah, just in game. Crazy. I mean,
Hey,
his
he
shot
was-
selection too must
I agree.
be,
There's
must
a
be
reason. I don't-
investigated.
Oh my god, when he
Oh,
took
that
that
shot
shot
didn't
in
get- oh
stoppage
my
time,
gosh.
when he took that shot in stoppage time, I was dying.
Filthy.
I was dying
Filthy.
laughing.
Taking the free
Again,
kick, taking
like,
last
he's
minute
just-
free
He's
kick.
just fully, he's just
Nah,
fully being
dude.
Lovren at this
Wait,
point.
wasn't it against Chelsea? Wasn't it against Chelsea that he took the last minute free
game,
kick?
dude. The free kick, he put that shit down. Like he was David Luiz. He was gonna hit that fucking.
Fucking said that shit.
Oh my God.
And then
Bro,
the same
Actually,
game,
I
in
saw-
The
I
spirit
saw
of
a
Thomas
City fan
Partey possessed
tweet.
that man.
I saw a City fan tweet a picture of like a screenshot of Walker when he's, you know how he does like in the FIFA game, like they do that power shot where they do that wind up.
Yeah,
that's what.
So
Yeah.
Walker does that when he's gonna shoot.
He
Like
just
does
misses
that,
it all
you know,
the
step up. So somebody had paused it right before, and they put the picture there, and they said when I
Where
saw
it's
this,
gonna
I literally turned off the TV. Like as soon as I saw him doing that, I turned off because this was probably in the like 86th minute. It's like I turned off.
when you
No, it was 93rd, bro.
When you spam the shoot
93rd
button,
minute
you
he
get
did
the
that.
red indicator on
Oh
it.
my
That's a bad
God.
shot.
When I saw him, when I looked at the clock and I see 93 minutes, I see Kyle Walker just winding up a shot from there. I'm like, what is this guy?
Nah, it's
thinking,
hilarious.
bro?
He's a funny guy.
Dog.
He thinks he's Rodri.
Comments were
Like he
full of
actually thinks
he
he's
was-
Rodri.
when it eventually goes in, I'm not even gonna celebrate.
He
'cause
was,
this guy is,
yo, man, yo, Kyle Walker was more focused on joining America's Best Dance Crew than actually playing the football match, bro.
Yo.
My man was really just, dog.
That breezy hit. Nah, that was
Dog,
insane.
Chris Breezy
Fully
was
embracing
saluting
the
him.
meme.
Chris Breezy was saluting him through the TV screen. He was like, "Yo, bro, somewhere out there, just whoever you are." You know what I'm saying? Like that insane.
Usher inspired
flopping.
him, bro.
Facts.
Usher inspired him from his performance last week. And,
He
you
was
know,
about to do
he
the
has
whole
bring
freeze
it.
frame. He was about to he was about to do all that, bro. He's about to get crazy on him. Like the Kyle Walker, bro, looking foolish.
What's the next game? What's the next game we're moving on to?
Yeah, we can lead that
into the
beat.
best striker in the league at the moment.
Yeah, let's talk about it, man.
You
A
trying to
very
Nah,
hard
he didn't
fought
score last
battle.
week.
A very hard fought battle. You know what I'm saying? It was United versus Luton Town. You know what I mean? I thought it was gonna be a very, very much a dogfight. The whole 90. It turned into it, but the first couple minutes, United just kind of blitzed and
First 30 seconds.
things was happening out the rip. You know what I'm saying? Hoyland goes ahead, gets one, and then a couple minutes later, Hoyland gets two off of the shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Do a little shimmy or something like that. Looked like he was trying to do the orange Jackie, but he just deflected the ball out, and then it turned to a dogfight from there. You know, Luton got one back, but United survived. So, Gene, talk to us, man. How was that game for you?
I mean, if you would ask me this like 10 years ago, I'd probably be pissed that we didn't win like 10-1 or whatever. But you're asking me now, and the way that I watch United games right now, a win is a win. But I love it, bro. I love games like that. I mean, if we didn't win, I wouldn't love the game at all. But I just love open games, chance after chance. You don't know what's gonna happen. Someone takes a shot from outside the box you think is going in, and then your striker just taps it in with his chest. I mean, I love games like that. Luton, Ross Barkley still playing out of his mind.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Their midfield had an amazing game, in my opinion. They just had some brain dead moments, and it cost them. But Garnacho had a freaking oof. He had an all-timer yesterday. Nothing was going his way. The Luton keeper was out of his mind too. He thinks he's Ederson or something, bro. You're not. Just stay inside your goal.
Was it Kaminsky?
Don't come out of it.
Cooking.
But other than that, I mean, I love games like that. Watching, if you take your eyes from the screen for 1 second, you miss everything. So
United
I
this
loved
season
it.
has had so many games that remind me of Klopp's first half season at Liverpool. Like that, for instance, the Wolves match, that crazy back and forth roller coaster, like kind of like the Liverpool Norwich game, with the Lallana, like Stephen Cocker playing up top and all that. and then just like a game like this where it starts off so well, 2-0 in 7 minutes, and you're like, oh, we couldn't have pictured a better start, and then it just turns into a battle,
bro.
Dragged
into a dogfight immediately. I was
an
like, damn.
absolute battle like that. Man, that match was so fun, so entertaining.
Very entertaining.
And United at this point are like the most fun neutral team to watch because the games are, you're getting box office at this point.
Yeah.
Like earlier in the season, they were extremely boring, but now it's just high scoring back and forth, all action. I think ever since the Villa game, right? So basically ever since Hoyland started scoring, he's made United fun again.
literally, I mean, fun and unbeatable since for
Is that what, 5 wins in a row?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine. That's
I
fine.
mean, we have, since the year started, we haven't lost a game. So, I mean, we'll take it as it is. But again, if you're just a football fan, just watching these games just so open and chance after chances, it's just a fun watch. And I'll take the 3 points while we're at it. 3 points from Spurs, by the way. Spurs have it in them, bro. They have the gene. So I'm excited to try to make the fight for 4th place.
Word. And I want to at least take a detour real quick and talk about Luton Town. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's hard fought. I wish they could stay up in the Premier League. They're actually such a fun team to watch. Again, didn't have Adebayo, who.
But they don't do this against Sheffield.
And
they played Sheffield and lose 3-1.
That's part.
Did you do the same thing against Sheffield?
Because they're playing against the teams that finished above them in the championship last season. You know, like they get they're reminded of the little brother.
The PTSD.
They can't do it.
The one soldier just staring into the camera like.
Like Sheffield United and Burnley are used to going to Luton. You know what I'm saying? But when United and Liverpool and all these teams come by, it's like even though they've like seen it as observers, you don't experience
the feeling is different. So it's a different experience. But still, again, like Luton are also a fun team to watch. They actually are a very fun team to watch. Again, it makes no sense what Ross Barkley's doing right now. It actually makes no sense what they're doing.
I mean, he's always been a really talented player.
Yeah, 100%. But it's like again,
he's just locked in the dungeon, bro.
Locked in dungeon, injuries, and it's the timing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it's glad to see him actually balling. You know what I mean? Like, not necessarily living up to the potential they always had, but just balling out.
He should get called up for the Euros. He should get called up.
And that's been a shout. That's been a shout. People are like, yo, Southgate should pick him over Henderson. But you know that man got his preferences. You know that man got his preferences.
There's like 10 people that should be picked over Henderson.
Hella.
Yeah, he plays as like a 6 now, and they don't.
If Hendo,
I mean, that's perfect for what England needs right now. England needs someone to play next to Rice. Like that's where Henderson would play. That's where Phillips would play.
That boy is supposed to do it, but
two of them men for that match was supposed. They should be called up. Kobe Mainoo and Ross Barkley. Both of them.
What's the situation with Mainoo and his nationality? Because I always thought he was Dutch, but in the past 2 weeks I've been here call him up for England.
Yeah, no, he's English. He's English.
No, he's English.
So he's like born and raised in England, or what's the opportunity to play for another national?
He hasn't committed.
Where was he born?
His family is from the Netherlands. He was born in England.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, then it's more likely that he would play for England.
Listen, Curtis Jones, Barkley,
facts,
and Mainoo should all be in. If we see
Phillips and Ward-Prowse
and freaking
Calvin Phillips. After these 2
the fact that Ward-Prowse and Calvin Phillips now play for the same club, like Phillips has nowhere to hide.
Bro,
he has nowhere to hide. Yeah. Like you can just see them every week and see.
Listen, I'll say this right now.
You saw it this week.
If I'm from England, if I'm born and raised in England, and Southgate calls up Calvin Phillips, someone should find Southgate, put his pants down, and slap him in the butt. Give him some pow-pows, because that is worthy of getting spanked, bro. That's crazy.
He'll do it. Like, you know, Southgate is, you know,
that's crazy.
Man, sick favorites.
Ward-Prowse, Rice, and Bellingham should be. I can't think of a better 3 that they could put together.
I mean, like I said, I think Curtis Jones
is a better player than Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, Curtis Jones, Mainoo, Barkley. I think
even putting. I think there's still a very good chance he just puts Trent in the midfield and plays Rice, Trent, Bellingham.
Yeah, and that's
then
crazy
Walker at right back.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
You're forgetting Reece James. By the way,
listen.
Does Walker still play international football?
I have no idea.
Then for sure. Yeah. I didn't know what the deal was with with him and Trippier.
You have more of a shot to put Caldwell in that team, by the way, Chase, instead of freaking Reece James.
Yeah, honestly, he has a point with that one. Like for
spaghetti hamstrings, can't play international football. I want him to retire from that. We need him,
bro.
But no, continue. We're getting too off. You were talking about shout out Luton Town.
Yeah, shout out Luton Town again. I think very fun team. Just can't get the results when it's time to. But they're such an entertaining team to watch, and somebody who I wanted to develop very, very well at this team. You know what I'm saying, has been shining. Apparently one of their best players, you know, this far this season. And the more I've looked, the more I've seen how well he's done. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Sambi Lakanga. A lot of motherfuckers wrote him off. A lot of people wrote him off, and he's become a stalwart in this team, especially on defensive end. If you saw it again,
what he did yesterday, that counts as a goal right there for Luton Town.
He
stopped that goal from going in. That's a goal for Luton Town.
How many times he stood up on in their defensive third? How many times that he was that last man that blocked a vital, blocked the vital goal from going in, or blocked the vital shot from going in, and building out from the back? Like, he was essentially the whole startup of their attacks, you know what I'm saying, or whatever buildup that they had most of the time. Like, he's picking up the ball, he's claiming responsibility. I'm very proud of him for the stint that he's had. I'm very proud of him.
If Luton don't stay up, if Luton don't stay up this season, he's definitely gonna get grabbed by someone.
Yeah, I mean he's still on
Maybe
loan.
like a West Ham.
No, he's on loan.
Oh, he's
so
still on loan from
either,
Arsenal.
So it's a decision
He's
to make.
27 years old, bro.
They,
Why do you
27,
guys
this
have
guy,
him on loan for?
this guy. Well, now
Well,
listen.
either way,
no,
either Arsenal keep him. Or they
that's
just
a decision to make. That's a decision.
Yeah,
to
he's
make. I'm not
24.
saying-
That's a good.
I'm not
Partey
saying-
out, sell him for 15 million or whatever you guys
And
get
again,
from him.
with those gaps
And then
in the
just call him
midfield,
up.
with those gaps in the
Yep.
midfield, it was either we have enough money to sell him on, and he's a part of like a good deal that can get us some other reinforcements, or we keep him in the squad ranks because some people are gonna go out. But all I know is for now, I'm happy that he's had this stint to prove that he's not a liability from a defensive point of view, and he can do what he does. You know what I'm saying? I think Luton was the perfect spot for him, honestly, in retrospect, because he's a good passer. You know what I'm saying? That's already set in stone from how he played before. That set him up for success because he's one of the best passers and has done that and executed that in multiple games. And the defensive end, he learns how to really be a bit more sharper and intense on that end. So I'm glad he's having that loan. I'm just glad a lot of people.
You want to shout out
around.
Townsend?
No.
No remontada for him. Huh?
Okay. I'll focus on Ross Barkley and them, man. But Luton Town solid, but just not enough. And United, six horse race.
Nah, stop it. Nah. We're not having anything.
Listen, I'll speak about it in March.
In March,
We'll see how far. Yeah.
We only got like 10 days until March. So
Nah, mid-March. We'll talk about it mid-March.
Before the break.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll talk about it. We'll see.
Fairs. But all right, that was that game. And moving up next, we don't gotta stay on this too long. I'm serious this time. We don't have to stay on this too long. I don't have to wear a ball cap. We beat the dog shit out of Burnley.
You're the first one to beat
good.
the ball cap allegations. That's fair, bro.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I mean, Liverpool just did too.
Yeah.
You guys did too?
Burnley. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen. I'm through. You know how much leg work it would have took for me to like braid this hair or put it back and then put the ball cap on? Because I'm not doing the ball cap with just this. I would look like I have like head swelling. That would be like ridiculous.
Megamind, bro.
Man, for real.
Yeah,
son.
that's.
I'm also painting blue too. But all I gotta say about this game is ass whooping. Again, one of our biggest away wins ever. We're turning the screw. We're putting teams away. People are fantastic. Martin Odegaard, mwah. Kai Havertz, eat your heart out, Chelsea fans. He's got the minerals. I don't care. I'm saying it. He's got the minerals, man. That's all I'm saying, man.
Strange game to bring that up, but all right.
Hey, listen, don't worry about it, man. You guys cast him aside. It's all right. I just want to let
There's
y'all
a team
know.
in second place that has him, and there's a team in 10th place that doesn't have him right now. So,
I'm just,
we'll just let that do the talking.
all
Are you a
them.
positive Arsenal
Funny
fan?
thing about that, Gene, is both those teams, that's the exact same places they were last season, right? So like no change.
No, yeah, that's why I kind of feel bad for Trey. I let him enjoy his team, but the Declan Rice allegations, man, from second to second, brother. You know what I'm saying? Send him the 600 million. I mean, he's a great player, probably the best CDM in the league right now. Him and Rodri are competing for it, but it's tough, bro. Premier League is not an easy league to compete in. That's for sure.
At all, bro. And again, I told people I'm not saying shit till March about what's going on with the league or whatever. I'm not saying shit. But
So
I'm
in
just
10 days?
Hey, like I said, 10 days.
mid-March.
Nah,
Okay.
mid-March.
I'm not saying shit
Yeah.
till mid-March.
Let's be
Mid-March.
specific. Yeah,
Mid-March. But
Hey, when
March the
comes, it's gonna be
19th.
mid-April.
March the 19th, bro.
yeah, whatever.
March 19th.
That episode, like before the international break, between that gap from 16th to the 31st, like somewhere in there at the break. I know the break's somewhere there, but we'll talk then. But all I gotta say about Arsenal is beautiful. Y'all, this is the work I want to see with not necessarily optimal conditions, with not all of our starters healthy or whatever.
Saka needs
We're
to stop being selfish, man. Give the penalty to
you
someone else, brother.
You just want your FPL to thrive, bro.
Come
you
on,
leave him
give it to
be.
Martinelli. Give it to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
He might
yo,
do it
you
next
gotta-
game. Listen,
Come on, man.
some people were saying he was too nice last season. Some people saying he was too nice.
Yeah,
for
he's a
looking
penalty
up,
taker.
and now,
He's gotta
now he's a
keep
killer.
taking
And now he's a killer. What do you? I don't know.
You got rid of the blonde hair.
Hey, and I said it
Yep.
before.
Crazy.
I've been telling people.
That was
I
crazy.
started a petition. Never let that man have hair dye in his house. Any of the soccer family, ban it, get it away. I don't want to see no. I forbid it.
That is
from the heart of
crazy, to
hearts,
be
bro.
honest, yeah.
None of that.
Those 2 weeks with that thing was dead,
him,
bro.
and Ben White. Ben White was talking about it. He's like, I was losing hair a little bit. I was like, nah, it's one time. That's done. I'm like, good. Finish it.
Samson.
Never. I'm banning it from the whole Arsenal squad, bro. Only person that can use it is Arteta if the Grays come in. That's all. That's the only person. But so far, I'm loving
Nah,
life
Arteta
right
would
now,
cook
with
with the gray hair.
Hey, he would, but you know what I'm saying? Gotta keep the image up for now. Just don't show the stress. Don't show the signs. You know what I'm saying? It's a stressful job.
Do you think Arsenal are better without the alleged City double agent duo? That
Zinchenko and Jesus.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, I've been seeing some double agent allegations.
Okay.
Saying
100%.
without these certain two individuals.
definitely.
So we traded the City double agents for the Chelsea double agents, and they're playing better for us. Is that what's going on?
But the Chelsea double agents love you guys.
Yeah, they just won trophies.
Yeah.
We have a Chelsea double agent in Man United too, 60 million. I don't think he still plays football. So
This guy complains about injuries and then makes fun of an injured player. You gotta choose one, bro. And Kuku's been back for 4 months now, and he's done crap all sitting on your bench, and he's your savior. But remember before, Kuku's out, the biggest loss for us. He's back, and you guys are still at loss. Like, you gotta choose one, bro. Which one is it?
we should get Havertz some hair dye. We should see how that goes.
Nah, leave him, brother. Let him.
He can dye his donkey. He can dye his hair and then
Let
have
him
his
play
donkey
with his
like
farm animals in peace. Let him play with his farm animals
Get
in
a
peace.
matching haircut.
Nice. All right, but I'm about to say, Adrian, to answer your question, all right, this is my thing. I know in my heart of hearts, in my head, given their abilities, but also their deficiencies in what they do on the pitch, their health, all that stuff.
Deficiencies.
Yeah, let's keep it serious. I'm gonna keep it serious. I'm gonna be real with this. Long term, I know we can't rely on them too solely. Last season, again, they are a help. They are a net benefit to us. But if we rely on them solely with no other backups and no other possible options to fit in or play with or mess around with, we might be disappointed, because again, the first and foremost, the availability of both of these players is not consistent. You know what I'm saying? Jesus, the knee injuries that have been picked up over last season and this season doesn't help our plans. Zinchenko as well. He's starting to have more issues in and abouts. You know, the inconsistencies and sometimes in the play. Jesus is a fantastic player. Zinchenko, you know what I'm saying, on his day is a fantastic player, but sometimes it's the slip ups and the misses, and they're there. You know what I mean? If there are star players, there's a bit of inconsistency that I can't fully buy into. I can't fully believe from a long-term sense. If they're in the squad and if they're an option, I will be happy. If we phase it that way, if we have Jurian Timber that's on the way. If we can get a striker in the summer, that'll alleviate a lot of stress and maybe pressure that's on Jesus' head. If they're squad options, if they're eventually grandfathered into a squad role, or maybe not the highest burden of success or burden of performance, because I don't think they're going to be geared for that in this point in time, based on their health, based on their level of performance in certain moments. I'm not saying that right now we're playing better without them, because sometimes we'll need them, but all I'm saying is I want to see them go down a squad path. I don't think we need to rely on them long term. That's just me though.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So
Liverpool.
Yeah, I probably agree.
Yeah.
I probably agree. I mean, that's why we sold them, to be fair.
Yeah, they were squad players. Exactly. It's
we couldn't rely on them.
That's all I need to say. The City route. I'm not saying it is what it is. They didn't rely on them after a while, so it's just matter of course in my opinion. But we'll see. But let's move on. Let's talk about Liverpool. They played Brentford. You know what I'm saying? I
just want to talk about Darwin Núñez, man.
Yeah.
that play, out of all the chances he could have done, he could have squared it to Jota. He could have just dribbled around. He could have just put it into the left or to the right side of the net, and he chipped it. I was like, oh my god! Like for because I like him as a person, I just wished it went in for him. And I was like, as soon as I saw the chip, and I was like, no, what are you doing, bro? Like in that situation, like because the keeper close to the keeper. Because he was close to the keeper too. Because either that was gonna smack the keeper right in the head. And the keeper was standing up. It wasn't like the keeper was all the way down or nothing. I'm like, oh my god,
the audacity. And
then I just saw it go. I was like, oh no. And then it went in. I was like, oh, thank goodness, because I couldn't.
I literally saw the vision of it hitting the top of the net and bouncing over the goal.
And him just going like this, bro.
Yep.
That was a ridiculous
good
finish
though.
Bro.
Like,
incredible finish.
Makes no sense.
Only Darwin could do such a thing.
But again, with the rest of the goals, like it was pretty much smooth sailing. Again, like Tony got one back, but damage was already done. They was getting cut open.
He had a couple of chances too.
Yeah,
Mr. Tony.
Yeah, he was kind of. That wasn't the
Wait,
best.
I don't like this. Just skipping to the rest of the match. I still wanted to talk about Darwin, man. I was trying to heap some praise on him.
Feel free, do your thing.
Just how much I love having him in the team, and people from the outside can say what they want to say, but like you're not going to find many Liverpool fans who don't adore Darwin Núñez and literally
A couple weeks ago,
literally see what he brings to the team and can like objectively say we're a better team with him on the pitch. Like I recently heard someone say that the last time Liverpool lost a match with Núñez starting was Real Madrid last season in the Champions League.
Damn.
Which is ridiculous. We're talking that's like a year, almost a year to the date. I think it was the 16th maybe, February. So just how much of impact he has on the pitch, whether he's scoring or not. He just causes so much chaos, but in a good way, not just like you're throwing a boar onto the pitch, but like the way he occupies the defenders, gives them so much to worry about. And then when you have Jota, Diaz, Jones, Gravenberch, and now Salah back, just all these other players who can cause so much damage. Having Núñez as this like wrecking ball just running through the middle of the pitch just adds so much dynamism to the Liverpool attack. So when he's scoring goals like now, I think this is maybe his first time scoring back-to-back, maybe since he joined in the Premier League, I'm not sure. So I just wanted to say, I was mentioning earlier, I just hope him being subbed off was precautionary more than anything, because for the final coming up and just this run-in for the rest of the season, like we need Núñez on the pitch.
100, but yeah, I mean, at least I got a little bit of a boost. You got the fucking machine back. Like, it took him like what 10 damn minutes, man. Salah, oh my gosh, that ball he played in from McAllister, that was disgusting. That's
his bread and butter at this point.
Dog, I'm just looking at it, I'm like, bro, how do you stop him? How do you do that? How? You literally have to, like, again, just hope he sits out.
Call Luke Shaw, bro.
The Christmas pick does mental damage. I don't know. We gotta hope on something.
Bro, Luke Shaw does not like playing against Liverpool, man.
Bro, that pass was filthy. He already got a goal and assist his first game back from injury. Like, again, a key time, because coming into, again, the final and the rest of these fixtures.
I mean, you guys better hope Jota's not hurt either. I feel like
Jota's looked really.
That was also a very bad fall.
Hopefully it's one of those ones Norgard fell in. Hopefully it's one of those ones that just looks worse than it actually is. But the fact that it was a full like body weight landing on his knee, had to get stretchered off. Klopp even said after the game it didn't look good.
But is that was that knee like recently injured or no?
No, not that I know of. But
still bad.
It
was bad, but it could have been.
So we're hoping it's like he can still play again this season sooner rather than later, hopefully. And then Curtis Jones also went down earlier in the match with I think like an ankle injury, but that looked more like an impact one. As opposed to like twisting or spraining his ankle. So it might just be like there was swelling, and hopefully, he'd be fit pretty soon. Ideally for the final on Sunday. And I want to give a quick shout out to Connor Bradley, first match back after the tragic passing of his father, and he didn't miss a beat. Like, this kid is genuinely a brilliant footballer. Like, when he first broke into the team, and he had those couple, I think his first really good cameo appearance was against Arsenal in the FA Cup, and people were justifiably heaping a lot of praise on him. I wasn't sure yet if it was just a good like high-level championship Premier League level.
How old is he?
Defender who just did a shift as a cameo appearance. But then the more he started to play, and you see just on the ball how good of a player he is, and on top of the fact that he's like genuinely a good defender one-on-one, like he can hold up with wingers pretty well. He looks like a special player, and it was great to see him back in the team, like backfiring, kind of like smiling with disappointment when the shot he takes goes over the bar and stuff. Just to see him enjoying football again. So hopefully this trajectory continues for him.
Who conceded that penalty that was reversed?
Penalty that was reversed?
There was somebody that ran to Tony. Was there contention around something like that?
Who gave a penalty away? Wasn't there a penalty?
No, there was no penalty in the match.
Yeah, I don't think it was a penalty, but it was a challenge. I thought somebody ran into the back of Tony, or like jumped into the back of Tony.
Yeah, Robertson. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know if Twitter made a big deal out of that or something. But there was an incident in the game where Robertson kind of like challenged for the ball while Tony was waiting to receive it, and he kind of collided into him as he got the ball, and and then it was like a mess in the box, and then whatever. But there was no penalty.
So there's like okay. So there's just they just okay. I don't exactly remember exactly what it was. Okay.
No, fairs. No, but
yeah, very, very like the results in the match in general went way better than I expected. It was in that cursed 12:30 kickoff. Yeah. Liverpool had never won a Premier League game at the G-Tech before, so every omen about this just seemed seemed very ominous. But luckily, Nathan Collins and just the Brentford defense as a whole were like, hey, just have some goals. Have some goals.
Shits, bro.
So it worked out in the end.
Yo, their defense, bro, has been shocking, bro. Shocking over.
Yeah, I
the
couldn't
past
believe
few
what I
weeks,
was
man.
seeing. It was so bad.
No.
Specifically
yeah.
Collins.
Mhm.
Like, he had one of the worst performances I've seen a defender have this season.
They're missing a certain Jamaican man to help lead that line. And you see what happens, man. Just shit
Pinnacle,
falls apart.
big miss.
Tough life, man. Tough life. You can't live without the yard, man. It is what it is, though. But we can move on to some of these quick fire matches, man. A couple of things. I want to start. Hey, mate. Let's come over here. Let's talk, man. Let's talk. You know, a lot of
It is.
It's over. It's over.
it is what it is, mate. You know what I'm saying? Tottenham Hotspur 1, Wolves 2. Again, most of the damage was done at the end of the first half and beginning to the middle of the second. But you know, finally a game where luck runs out. You know what I mean? Like, again, credit to Wolves. Again, a big win. João Gomes coming up big with 2 really good goals. But just, I mean, hey, got taken to him, and L's happen, brother. L's happen, but more often than not to y'all, and should have been happening. Y'all got away with some, maybe a little bit of murder at Brighton, but it just came back around. I know Gene over there got he looking like an evil genius. He said, yeah.
Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed it, huh? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Not me.
Mm-mm.
I feel bad for Son, man. What happened to Son that game? That was cruising.
It
His
was
fingers hurt when
Madison.
he tried to break up a fight with his teammates. That was the
Yeah, his
rumor.
finger was hurt.
That's yeah. That's a good excuse.
I'm pretty
Richarlison.
sure Hwang missed a huge ass chance too, so it was just a bad day for South Korea in general. I was about to say.
I want Phil if he
I
can
think
in
South
a
Korea is
second.
crazy.
I want Phil to take a look at Richarlison's pass completion in that game when he has a second. Because
You want me to look at my phone now and pull it up?
yeah. I just want to see a live reaction of
Crazy.
you taking a look at it. I know you love it.
I'm gonna look at it right
I know
now.
you love it. I know you love that stat so much. So
Yeah, it's a funny
No,
stuff.
that's
Especially
Yeah.
with striker. For some
He's a
reason.
pro footballer. That's fake.
I also just want to say is funny overall. I know Kulusevski scored a good goal, but outside of that, man's decision making, I find it funny that people compared him to Saka. I just find it very funny sometimes how, again, he'll get the odd goal here and there, but if you want to compare levels,
Wait, who seriously compared him to Saka?
there were hella people on the timeline saying Kulusevski was better than
I don't
Saka.
recall that.
I
I don't
know,
recall.
on me.
At what
on
point?
me.
Like maybe like when
No.
Kulusevski first signed? Or
When he first signed, beginning of the season, all the way through
Hey,
the
can I-
fall.
can I mute
All the
him?
way
Can I
fall,
mute him?
fall,
Beginning of the
summer.
season?
Can I
That's
mute
Bro,
you?
I'm
crazy.
dead ass serious.
Yeah.
On this time, my people still.
Nah, you can only mute Chase.
Yeah. Go ahead. If he says
Defend
something
your
good,
boy. Defend your boy. Let him cook.
I don't know. I had a mute. I have a
44%
mute.
pass
You know, the mute is
Great.
only for the lowest scoring player. I misspoke when I first explained the rules.
yeah, don't be hating.
He's trying to mute this guy
Yeah.
out, right, bro?
Yeah,
No. Because as soon as he starts talking about Saka, he starts talking about Arsenal.
no.
that's bad.
I let it die. I let it roll. I let it roll. I was
No,
gonna
no,
switch.
no, no.
I was gonna switch. I
Okay.
let it roll.
Nothing needs to be said. Saka's better than
Havertz is
Kulusevski.
like kind of playing as an inverted 8 kind of thing, but he can go
This guy.
forward.
Hey,
Yeah.
shut up.
Okay, no one talking about Kulusevski.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yo,
But
it's
I
pretty
would-
funny how Wolves got the league double over Tottenham this season.
Bro,
Like,
literally.
just the nature of those 2 wins also. It's hilarious.
Facts, bro. Hey, Gary O'Neal cooking. Gary and them cooking.
He is, man.
And-
With that superstar Pedro Neto, bro.
Bro,
Like,
can we talk about this man? Oh my, he hasn't
nah,
lost.
he's
He's
Does he have the,
he's
does he have the most assists right now in the league or no?
He did before he was injured for a really long time. He
Yeah.
had 7 by like September.
He
And
was,
then he's been out for a while. He's at maybe 8 or 9 at this point. I think Salah might have the most.
He
Yeah,
is-
he's at 9.
Yeah, he's at 9. He's tied for 4th. Yeah.
Who's first right now?
Kieran Trippier
Yeah.
and Ollie Watkins. They're both tied for tied with
Okay.
10.
Oh, they're at 10.
So it's really
Yeah.
close.
Oh, so
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, he's
so
right
Pedro
behind him. He's
Neto
right
could
on
have
him.
a couple
Yeah, but
games.
like assists per game, he's probably first. In the league.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, his ratio is
Yeah.
crazy. Again, just what more can you say about this guy, bro? Again, hasn't lost his pace, the composure, the final ball.
He's not saying
killing
at
me.
energy,
He's playing.
He's
decision
not saying at
making,
Wolves. That's
his
what I think.
technical ability. Also, can we talk about while his assist for the
Goals.
second goal was incredible?
Mm.
Can we talk about the defending by Emerson Royale? Like, come on, man. This guy
That
is
guy's a
running.
joke.
This guy's running at full pelt to the byline.
Man was just
There's
watching
only
him.
one thing
He
he's gonna
said-
do He's gonna cut in back onto his left foot to try and look for a pass or do something, and it was. I don't know. I mean, in Emerson's defense, still after that cutback, João Gomez should not be unmarked running into the box.
That
like
was a crazy free spot.
He's the only person Neto can pick out. But still, just a catalog of errors.
Another thing to
also real quick, and how that came from that Bissouma stinky touch on the Wolves penalty box. And
the way that him and
hilarious.
Him and Sarr got
subbed in the league, though.
like at the same time.
Come on.
The way that they got subbed at the same time. Nah, but yo, forgive Emerson too, because he says he studied the best Premier League and the best right back in Premier League history in Kyle Walker. So he just did what his GOAT would have done.
Bro, he should have spent another million. He should have spent another million.
To become a better footballer, right?
Yeah, he should have spent that money
he
on
probably,
us.
He probably watched like so much Kyle Walker tape. He's like, what did he do in this situation? And then boom.
He could have threw some money our way. We could have told him better sources than that. Damn. They're crazy.
Funny. Those funny guys.
All I'm saying is Spurs, man.
Is Sheffield the worst team to play ever?
This season, they might be the worst Prem team ever.
Defensively. I won't say team as a whole, but defensively, I think they got scored on them.
Conceded at this point?
65 goals in 25 matches.
They on track for 100, right? They on track for 100.
Bro,
this season.
They're like by far. They're by far the team that conceded the most in 25 matches.
They're on course to concede 98.8 goals.
Crazy. They can hit a negative centurion, bro, and get kicked on the ass of the way out.
That's crazy, bro.
All I will say, there's a couple players from that team that don't deserve to be in that team, bro. They deserve better. What's it called? The only person I pointed out was Gustavo Hammer, or Hammer, whatever his name is. That guy is quality, man. He doesn't deserve to be in that team. Yeah, almost all phases. They're probably one of their most consistent, prominent players. He always provides some type of threat going forward. Again, a stocky build. He's one of them all action types of players to me, from what I've seen, and I like him. I think he's a dope player. So somebody gotta scoop him up, man. Give him.
Bro, Sheffield lost 5-0
to
Burnley, bro. They lost 5-0 to Burnley. I really don't
Sheffield
understand.
is finished.
They lost 5-0 like 3 times.
Yeah,
they lost 8-0 to Newcastle.
Literally,
yeah.
They've been shipping. They've been getting numbers pushed on them, bro. It's bad.
Damn.
Why did Sheffield United just get a random stray? By the way,
just because I was just thinking, we were just talking about games, and I just remember how they got just demolished.
I had a red card in the first 10 minutes of the game, to be fair. But
I know. But
that disgusting Mason Holgate.
Together with the worst defense, they have the worst tackle of the since I could remember.
Maybe 2 of the worst. Remember the Brewster red card like a month ago?
Yeah, Brewster was the worst red card I've seen in a while.
Nah, this whole game, bro.
How they have a 2-3 contenders? It was the inside of the knee. That was straight thigh. It was thigh, high impact, just smashing into him. If what's it called? If Matoma's
he needs to get a couple weeks.
If Matoma's feet was planted, it was done. He was finished.
I mean, if that's anyone, if that was Martinez's leg, if that's someone that just had a recent injury on their freaking knee, they're finished, bro. Like that was crazy.
That was filthy, bro.
Horrible.
And listen, shout out VAR though, because that was given as a yellow card.
They was gonna let it go. They was gonna let it go. True. So VAR clap it up for VAR, man. They actually did something
I'm not
good
clapping
this
for
week,
them.
man. I get that one.
As Roy Keane would say, it's your job.
Literally,
it's your job. It's your job.
And Brighton, they've had some bad performances, but look, they're in 7th place.
Look what
happened. The return of the little wonders. You know what I'm saying? Someone Adingra.
Facts, bro.
And Lanty's been playing.
Easy.
Is that their first clean sheet this season? Oh, other than the Wolves games, I guess.
Nah, I know
one of their very few.
Yeah, they've had few. That's for
freaking Pascal.
They had a couple 0-0
monster.
Were there any other fixtures we were gonna focus in on?
All I wanted to say additionally was, hey, David Moyes, you might be cooked, brother. That's all I want to say. David Moyes, you might be cooked.
Listen, they deserve it. I joined on that bandwagon.
Might be
cooked. Guys were celebrating. They were celebrating the Martinez injury. All those fuckers. All of them.
Wait, what?
Bro, they were.
Did he get injured against West Ham?
Yeah, against Kufal. Kufal landed on his. They're like, that's what he gets. And freaking Arsenal fans are like, the thing with Saka in the beginning of the season, like, oh, he deserves this, blah blah blah. Look at those fools now.
Man,
Liverpool's
ever
pulling
since
out.
Pep called
Lost after
Phillips
long.
fat, it's just been a disaster
Hey,
since then.
Calvin
God.
Phillips has had a
apologized.
tough go of it, man. Pep had to
I
apologize.
feel bad for him, man.
I feel
Yeah,
I
it's like him or-
honestly do.
I don't even want to shit on him.
Him or Upamecano right now? Who's the worst in the world?
No,
'Cause
Upamecano by
they're gonna
far.
clown him.
One plays
I'm-
for
I'm-
West
I'm-
Ham.
You know, it's close.
One plays for
It's
West
closer than
Ham.
you think. It's closer than you think.
Nah,
You
one
know
plays
what's
for
funny?
I'm not
Bayern.
counting
One
team
plays for
status.
West
I'm
Ham.
not counting team
You know what's
status.
funny about that? Those two players might be starting in the final of Euro 2024.
That's
Crazy.
egregious, man. Egregious. But nah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't care what position that may be above certain people's expectations for West Ham. It don't look good, bro. Some of these performances just don't look good at all.
that's what they
6-0
get,
at
bro.
home
And
and then a 2-0 loss at Forest is
This
like
man-
a bad
this-
week.
this man
They thought they were them, bro.
Yeah, Moyes-
like when they were doing well in the
Hey,
beginning of the season.
Moyes is trying to stand on business though. You heard what he said after? He was like, yeah, a lot of people may want a manager that's like maybe a bit more entertaining or something like that, but nobody's won more than me. And I'm like, listen, he trying to defend the homeland. He's like, yo, this is my shit.
I mean, they're about to get relegated last season, so
listen.
ninth place is amazing to them.
They
regardless.
became European champions at the same time. I mean, I feel like West Ham fans would take it.
Now, some of them would, but I feel like if you see in the signs of some of these performances, bro, I'm like,
I mean, it is really toxic. Like you saw the atmosphere.
The
in
the Moyes out
Arsenal
banner
match.
came out. The Moyes
Yeah.
out banner came out. I was like, yo,
What
it's
are
looking
they
rough.
playing in the Europa League?
I mean, they haven't won
I don't know.
since that.
They
2-0
need
against
the round
Arsenal.
of 32 to
They're
finish
in the
it.
next round
Yeah.
after this.
You heard? They haven't won since December 28th.
Damn.
Since Arsenal,
Yeah.
that 2-0.
Yeah, rest in piss, but hey, it's
It's
tough.
just it's all in the Europa League. If he produces,
He fucking hates me so much.
Hey.
he gets-
I mean, but they're not going to win the Europa League though.
Nah, not
Yeah,
this time.
No.
Well, what if they get to semifinal?
What if I had won $1 million?
I think.
bro?
Yeah. I mean, West Ham semifinal and like a top 10 finish. I'm sure most West Ham fans would accept. Like that's an amazing
Yeah.
season. I'm pretty sure. But I don't think they'll make it that far.
We're
Yeah,
also on their
there's no
tail
real
of
risk of
ninth
David Moyes
place.
getting sacked then. Because last year there was.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't.
obviously they
Yeah,
ended
I
up
think
having-
I still think sacking would be harsh, but
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. If they like if this current form
If they
continues,
drop to
it's-
15th,
yeah, this current form is so bad.
because they could
No.
easily drop
There's no
drop
telling
into
what could happen.
14th, 15th place
Yeah,
pretty
they
quick
get,
in a
if-
couple game weeks.
give it.
Yeah,
give
and
it
especially
4
if they get knocked
fixtures.
out in the round of 16 of the Europa League, then it's just
Yeah.
like all the good energy around the club is
Facts,
gone.
sapped. And yeah, they could be in a bad way looking at the business end of the season, but you know they got to take it game by game. But right now, it's not looking good. It's not looking good like at all. But no, that's all the matches that I wanted to cover. The main, I guess the
We talked about sacking.
IQ
Can we
ones.
go to a sacking that should happen?
Yeah, let's
right
talk
now.
about these clowns, man. I mean, this is pathetic by them.
Yeah, can we please talk
Yeah,
about these?
so we can-
these-
Come back home though.
Or are we doing
Take
do we
back
predict first? Do we predict first, or we do?
No.
that
We're gonna talk about this quick news. We can talk about this quick news, and we'll leave off on
Okay.
predictions. But we can go talk about Palace because literally today they said, "Hey, Roy
I thought we were
Hodgson."
talking about Tuchel.
Oh no,
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about, too.
We'll get to
'Cause
that. We'll
he-
get to him. We'll get
Yeah,
to
we're
him.
good.
I'm about to
Yeah,
say,
we're
damn, yeah,
I was like,
I
when
know.
he said Palace, I was like, wait, dude.
Nah. Yeah, no, they on some other stuff. But hold on, real quick. I do want to.
R.I.P. Roy.
Dang,
I mean,
that's
dang.
crazy. That's
That's
crazy.
fine.
My man, let him rest. Let him rest, bro. Let him take a nap. Oh my goodness, man. But
Rest in peace, bro, because he should have stopped managing this club for months and months.
yeah,
bro.
that is also
Rest
true.
in
though.
peace should be used for live people. To be fair, like, I would like to rest
like
in
he,
peace.
yes,
You know?
yes.
That is also
This
true.
is a perfect example of someone that should be literally resting in peace right now, bro. Like he should have been
Yeah.
resting in peace, bro.
But again,
Crazy.
Crystal Palace, they sacked Roy Hodgson. Roy Hodgson stepped down.
Step down.
Yeah, I don't think they sacked him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we said I think it actually was a health scare or something like that, and he was like, "Just it's my time.
Yeah.
I gotta roll
Yeah,
out."
he
I
was
hope
ill
this
and-
makes sense. But I'm gonna keep it a buck. He shouldn't have been here in the first place. He should not have been here in the first place. It was literally a backward step to bring this guy back in.
I mean,
It
to
might
be
have
fair,
been-
when they
wait.
sacked Vieira and he came back at the end of last season.
They had a bump, but
He
but
had a
again,
really good new manager bounce.
Yeah.
So I feel like he earned the permanent.
Yeah.
Like even like Crystal Palace fans like wanted him to stay for the most part. They wanted him to sign on.
but
So
you gotta
I don't
look
know. I don't
longer
know if you
term
can
than
say he
that,
shouldn't
man.
have been there in the first place. But this season has been.
To
The
me,
question
to
is,
me,
if-
to
was
me, I
he-
think he should have
was
been in the
he
first
even
place
managing
regardless.
the
Even
club?
though Vieira went through that bad patch, it's still he was really uprooting and changing how the team was playing.
Didn't
I think
Vieira go like 7 matches without a shot on target? Like something
Possibly,
insane like
possibly. That was a really bad patch, but still, my point relatively, I want to stand on.
Crazy
I want to
bad
stand on
patch.
that point still. But like, I think he was still doing good work, and bringing Roy Hodgson, I think at some point it was going to be like, where do you go in terms of actually evolving the team? Because at some point he's just going to revert back to his old tactics, which were Crystal Palace's old tactics, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and you go backwards. So it's just a progression thing. And even Roy said it. He was like, listen, the club needs to kind of plan forward, and I'm not in that plan. They need to figure out things for the future.
Yeah, not to make it like a politics thing, but is it kind of like going from Obama to Bayern, or?
I have no idea. I have no idea how to.
I don't want to make it a race or a politics, but it's like I feel like that's kind of like how. There's no way Roy
on paper it looks
on paper. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no way Roy could have been managing that club, bro. When you look at him, he's just like this. Like he's just looking into nothing,
how many depressed like sad boy takes he's given over to like his several interviews this season.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. His interviews, I'm like, bro,
he's not inspired confidence.
Gambled away his retirement or something, and he was like, shit. Like
I hope not, bro.
He's retired like 3 times as a manager.
That he loses all the money and then come back.
And also,
he should literally be just enjoying, bro. Yeah. Like just go, just sip your martini.
I would say too,
go in the pool.
I don't know if it was his decision or the team's decision or whatever, but rushing back certain players when they just come back from injury instead of maybe taking a little bit slower, that could have also been a hit to his credibility. Again, bringing back Elise like ASAP probably wasn't the best idea because now he's re-injured again. Like there's a lot of players who've been in the squad, you know what I'm saying, just trying to get reintegrated, and maybe they got rushed back too quick under his watch, and that's not good because that starts for the future, and he could have fucked the whole season because of that.
And if Crystal Palace want to hire a new progressive manager to take them into the next season of the club, like they need to bring in Graham Potter, still unemployed.
They already made their decision.
Awesome
they already made their decision. It was that guy from Frankfurt. It's a Frankfurt manager. They already brought him in. He was already at the stadium. Like he was literally at the stadium.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I was gonna make a joke about it. They wanted to bring someone in for the culture.
Maybe they could have brought in Brendan Rodgers.
Nah, Brendan can't leave Celtic mid-season again. Like they will hang him. Yeah, he can't.
The witch hunt, man.
Give him another shot. You know.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the manager the then manager from Frankfurt.
Can we talk about the other?
So they brought him in like the day of the game.
Bro, as soon as
Monday,
like him and Roy Hodgson shook hands at the door. Like it was that fast. Like he was already in the building. Like it was already that. But maybe he'll bring a little bit more again, just nous to them.
I'm telling you, he might have been managing them for the past like weeks or so, and we don't even know. Like it could have been.
He already been on the floor. Yeah, Roy Hodgson just too old to notice him. He thought he was a water boy or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The Phantom Menace.
Real talk, man. But yeah, Crystal Palace, hopefully they turn around because they got some big fixtures that they need to get some results from, man. I'm not saying who.
It's not happening, bro. It's not gonna happen.
Listen, to Micah Hope. The Premier League seeing stranger.
No.
The Premier seeing stranger.
Don't hope, bro.
No, you're right. Let me not hope. But anyways,
let's not hope. Yeah. Like a certain team has lost all of its hope.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
that team. That team that has lost all of their hope is Bayern Munich. Oh my goodness.
I love it.
They are in the mud. They've been all over the place.
Kimmich, I hope you cry more. I hope all of those guys keep crying week in, week out.
Kimmich is crying. What's it called? What's my man's name? Thomas Muller is
giving. Did you see the Muller clip?
He was giving the Chinese beaver speech. He was giving the Chinese beaver speech all mad as hell.
Back to back?
No, just that one time. But he was pointing to the camera, looking at the boards like what is this, bro? What's supposed to be Bayern? What's going on, man? Stay on our team. He was again crying.
Well, you're a player for them, bro.
Dog,
like come on.
There's that. A mechanic is a mess. I was about to say they might get rid of
Upa cannot, bro.
Yo,
Upa cannot.
They might get rid of T'Challa band. They thinking about bringing Hansi Flick back on emergency. There's been so much going around. There's been so much talk.
Harry Kane's the best striker in the world, right? He's supposed to be.
Oh my god, yeah, a striker and have
right.
Now, okay.
What is he supposed to play center back? What type of comment is this?
This is the thing. You're gonna make me do.
This guy has to go. He has to take shots from midfield to score.
I don't want to do this. But I'm gonna defend Harry Kane.
Okay, but also he helped bring Dyer in. That was his call, and Dyer is dog shit.
Here's these
that
things.
Is I can agree with that. I can agree
with that. You
gotta
take some blame for that.
How do we know that? How do we know?
Okay.
Yes, they
didn't just see Dyer and be like, okay, this is our guy.
Can we talk facts here? Can we talk facts here?
Tuchel's a weird guy.
Yeah, literally. That guy could have literally thought, "Oh, I played this guy one time. He's available."
Guys,
come on.
When has Bayern signed some bang average English defender?
You signed Kim Min Jae in the summer.
He doesn't have to play Dyer. He doesn't have to play Dyer. He could sign him.
Even if he's on the bench though, like I think this.
So whose fault is this? There's a manager that starts him. You think Harry Kane?
Dyer was on the bench this weekend. It was he actually played the center back partnership that I think he should have been playing all season, which was De Ligt and Kim.
Yeah.
And then they won a goal up, and then Upamecano came on for Mazraoui, and then it went to hell.
Yo, it was
He
so.
is so bad. He can't. His possession, he'll just pass the ball out of bounds, like 95% of the time. I don't know what he does well. I mean, it's sad, honestly. You watch him out there, he doesn't even know how to move the ball. Now 2 red cards in 2 games. It's just pathetic. And I'll die on this sword. Leroy Sané is the worst footballer. I know I say it every time, and people are always like, "Why do you say it?"
Crazy.
He is so bad.
You're a
All right,
liar.
I'm muting Chase. I'm muting Chase right now. I'm activating.
Let's go.
How is Leroy Sané catching strays? He didn't even play.
Bro,
He didn't even start
you watch the games.
Wait, you're muted.
Nah,
You're muted.
mute that.
You're muted.
Mute that. Mute him.
All right, go
Mute him.
Sané. Sané rocks. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Mute him.
Listen,
I got the
Bro,
mute on him.
the issues of Bayern Munich are so much deeper than Sané being a bad player. He's been one of their brightest sparks all season long. I mean, granted, like the reason he's on the bench now is because Tuchel doesn't think he's delivering anymore. But the issues are so much deeper than that. And it's just like on the Upamecano thing, real quick. It was funny how when him and Konate were both at Leipzig together, how Upamecano was seen as
The stronger of
the
the two.
next generation of the French defense. And then you see once that partnership is split up, the
trajectory
are both gone in.
Facts. Deschamps, you're a criminal for not starting Saliba over this guy. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, how is France's center back partnership not Saliba Konate at this
It
point?
makes
That's the
no
next decade.
sense. It
That's the
makes
next
no
decade
sense.
lockdown. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
When Saliba first broke in, I understand that he's new. You're still like, okay, maybe you're not sure, blah blah blah. You're a little bit hesitant, but over the
Yeah, at
past
this point.
year at least, like, come
Yeah.
on, man.
No French center backs have been as good as Saliba and Konate. Not even close.
This unreal.
Yeah,
Unreal.
it doesn't
like,
make sense.
But
Please,
yeah.
please.
But
Can
to
we
on the
talk
Bayern
about-
side,
about
did you guys
this
see
Harry
the
Kane?
news?
Yeah.
Can we talk about
Oh
the
yeah,
Harry
that's
Kane
ridiculous.
Yeah, that's all
I
that's all I'm
wanted to
saying.
mute him for that, but
Yes.
I wanted to hear like if what he was saying would come to fruition.
He
at
didn't
some
even
point.
say any.
Nah, I don't know how
Harry
Kane is breaking goal scoring
Harry
records
Kane
in
has,
Germany.
bro. He has 30 GA
yeah,
in 20 games.
Literally in like 20,
He's
24
the problem.
games.
In what world? 22.
He's not. Don't worry. He's on mute. He's on mute still.
Did I blame him for being third place? Did I say it's Holland's
No.
fault that they're in third place?
Again,
I didn't say that, right? Did I say that? No.
Chase is making me do something I don't want to do because I want to rub it in their faces that Bayern suck and a former Spurs man and a former Spurs man's friend both suck in the same collective, bro. I want to revel in that, but you're making me defend this guy. What has Harry Kane has done nothing wrong. Harry Kane has literally come in and done his job, score goals nonstop, literally do exactly what he has to do at this point.
He brought
His
Spurs
job is
first.
his job is not to be a defender. The defense is dog shit. What do you want him to do about that?
Yeah,
Like,
he'd be guilty of anything, like
He
Adrian
brought the
said.
Spurs first and brought his friend who
Yeah,
also had
that's
the
the only.
Spurs
That's
first.
the only
Yeah,
thing.
he's guilty of
He's brought the
anything, it's
Spursy
bringing
mentality.
Spurs curse.
That's the only thing. He's brought the
It's
Spursy
insane,
mentality
bro.
to
He
Bayern.
joined a club
What
that
is
has
it?
won
It's a
the
mentality.
domestic league
It's just a
the
curse.
past 10 years in a row. Like, he was probably thinking, what's the one club I can go to that's not Man City, where I'm guaranteed to win a trophy next season? And then it's like, of course, Bayern Munich. And then this team would won their domestic league 10 seasons in a row. Now, mid-February, 8 points behind first place Bayer Leverkusen, who have never won the Bundesliga before.
And you want to tell me
Like,
the Spurs
what
curse
is going
not
on?
real?
Hey,
I'm
it's,
serious.
You know, and all this
history.
while breaking the Bundesliga like goal scoring records at this stage of the season.
Facts.
It's like the Spurs, the aura
stench,
around the
stench.
club
No,
is
it's not
so
aura.
powerful.
It's not aura. It's
There's-
a stench. It's a stench.
Or
brother.
whatever, the stench, the demonic spirits, like, they're so all conquering that no human can overcome it. There's
No,
nothing you
it's
can
too
do.
Powerful. It's too
I thought they won a.
powerful.
I thought they won a
doubled
trophy,
it by
though.
getting Dyer. They doubled the
They not won a
aura.
trophy?
That's why it's even been worse ever since
No,
Dyer.
they lost the German Super Cup to Leipzig, Kane's first game. They got knocked out of the Pokal by a lower division team.
Yep.
They might get knocked out of the Champions League by Lazio right now, and they're 8 points behind Leverkusen. If Bayern
Dog,
Munich goes
all-time
trophyless,
stinker.
this is never before seen.
I
Listen,
I would love it.
and you want to see how
It's crazy.
curses only work for like the bad, bro? Because Coleman has his good curse, which he's won
Oh,
a trophy every year.
Yo,
Good.
He played football,
Brother,
and all of a sudden he
enter,
can't.
enter Harry Kane.
It's been stripped. Unless he could get a late
Listen
move
outta
or
here.
something, and
You
randomly
sometimes-
goes to a red.
I feel like some Bayern players, like, they might think about that. As silly as it sounds, like some Bayern players are probably in the in training in the locker room.
I think Muller's one of them. Muller's probably like
they're
in the
thinking,
trenches
we
right now.
signed Kane. He came from Spurs. He wanted to win a trophy, but he came from Spurs. Like, is it affecting it? Are we not gonna win a trophy because we signed Kane? Like,
you know
I
who's
don't
the type of person who I could see like looking at that? Alphonso Davies. Just because he's
I mean, he's going to Madrid, bro.
Yeah.
just
So
'cause he's like our
whatever, bro.
generation and he's like
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Twitch and stuff.
Social
You know, I could
media
just
and all
see,
that
yeah, I
stuff,
could see him
He's
seeing
like-
that. I'm like, damn, like
look at him
maybe
like-
there's something
Once
to it.
he leaves, he gives an interview about it. He's like, "Yeah, we were all scared, you know, because he's bringing that
Yeah.
Spurs,
Yeah.
the Spurs that."
Nah,
That
it's
stink,
hilarious.
that stink, bro. That
You know,
aroma.
it's like the funniest thing, like a bit of quick tangent off Bayern Munich, but on the Spurs thing, like the Bale and Mourinho things are just unbelievable to me. The way the only seasons Gareth Bale didn't win any trophy were his beginning seasons at Tottenham and then his loan season back.
Yeah.
One trophy
Kyle
every year at Real
Walker, too.
Madrid.
What about
One
Walker?
and then won a trophy even at freaking LAFC, bro.
Facts.
Won the MLS
in
Cup.
three
with them.
months. In 3 months that he
And
was
he didn't do nothing.
And then-
he
and
didn't
then-
do nothing.
Yeah, and then
Hey.
Jose Mourinho wins a trophy at every single club he's in. At
Except-
Tottenham, he's about to win a trophy in a cup final, sacked. Like,
That's the dumbest. I mean, that's
yeah, and then Kyle Walker leaves Tottenham, goes to Man City, wins what?
Wait.
5 Premier Leagues at this point? 4 or
Literally.
5?
He won over 20
it's-
trophies since he left.
Bro, the
Yeah,
stench.
it's
Modric.
absurd.
Every
Yeah,
player
Luka
that leaves
Modric.
Spurs
Yeah,
has
wins like
a bunch of
6
trophies.
million Champions Leagues after leaving Tottenham.
The last time those pussios won a trophy, there was a global recession. There was a housing market crash. It was a lot
But
of bad
listen,
stuff that was
this is why
happening.
you can't blame. This is why you can't blame Harry Kane because he left the club. Maybe he was there for too long.
The stink
Is
is
that the
on
thing?
him, bro.
Maybe
He
he
can't
played
wash
too
it
long.
off.
Yeah, it's not Kane's fault. It's the Spurs.
yeah,
like,
yeah. No, I know it's not his fault, but that's what I'm saying. But like other players left and were able to win trophies.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he
but
hasn't
They
been
weren't there
able-
long
So,
enough.
yeah,
They
he's
weren't
like
there as
Kane
long
is
as
the
him.
curse.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like it's
He's
soaked
there
into
too
his
long.
DNA, and the fact that he
Facts.
came
Kane was the
from
captain,
he came
too.
from
He was
Spurs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what isn't
He
it?
came
Isn't
from
it
the
like
Spurs
every
academy.
7 years or something? Your whole body change, like all your cells.
All your Adams.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so he probably has to wait
he's
like
all-
7 years
It's
to.
all, it's
to get
all
that shit
loser
out.
under that goal
Yeah,
Like,
scorer.
how
yeah,
It's
old
all
was Harry
loser
Kane
under
when he
there.
joined the Tottenham the setup?
Like
Probably
20,
setup.
like 22, 23? No, well, like starting, actually playing
Yeah, yeah.
games consistently. I feel like he was like
No,
22.
no,
He's like
not starting. No,
21,
starting
bro.
the whole like
Oh,
from,
the
from a
process?
kid.
He
I
might
think
have
when he was
starting
like,
in the Tottenham.
Nah,
Like
he
we're
went
talking
from young.
We're talking
Yeah.
over a decade of having this
yeah.
bench
His
sequence
cells are
here.
all from Spurs.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Facts.
exactly.
He,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
is.
that
He
makes
is.
sense.
Is he the top goal scorer in
Tottenham
all
has to
comps?
be.
Yeah.
Tottenham.
Keen?
Yeah, at
I'll
least
be
in the
surprised
league.
if
At least
Keen-
in the
Yeah.
league, minimum.
no
Yeah.
way.
Bro,
Yeah,
you
he's the
can't-
second top scorer in Premier League history. He's
You
Tottenham's
can't. You
top
can't
for
wash
sure.
that off. You can't wash that off, brother. That's sticking with you. You're carrying that
Bro,
wherever you go.
25
Crazy.
goals.
And I was a doubter.
25
I didn't
goals.
think it could be possible, but it's
25 goals, 5 assists in 22 matches, and your team is just
Again,
disgusting. I mean, it's crazy.
who
bro.
would have thought that again? This guy, this leader of Tottenham, goes to one of the most successful clubs in Bayern Munich and successfully
Would've-
takes them down.
would've
You
thought
know
of
what I'm
it,
saying? The stench of his
Well, it's,
loserness. You know what I mean? It's
Just the fact
perfect.
that
It's
it
perfect.
was probably the easiest club he could join that was guaranteed a trophy.
Guaranteed.
That's what I'm saying.
trophies.
Because City was off
mean-
limits. Now you guys signed Holland. So I was like,
Facts.
other than City, where can I possibly go to guarantee a trophy next year? Obviously Bayern.
Bayern.
Munich. And
And
Yep.
the easiest ride ever fell off the rails so fast. And if he
man,
goes,
we need to have
him and
we need to have
Ba-
justice for Nagelsmann.
bro, honestly, bro, his skateboard didn't
That's what I'm
deserve
saying.
this.
And we
His
can't
skateboard
even
did
blame
not deserve
racism
this.
for this, bro. Like what can we? There's
It's
what can we
ageism.
blame?
Ageism.
Dog, pure
It has to
ageism.
be
Yeah, it's
Pure
because
ageism.
literally, it's because Trey was saying he used to ride into training on his skateboard, and like people just
Yeah.
thought he wasn't.
They
Yeah,
just-
he
they just
wasn't
didn't like
too
the
hip.
He's not
perception of him.
serious.
Yeah, he's too hip. He
Because
was too
he's not-
young.
yeah.
He didn't have authority.
Yeah, because he doesn't have his eyebrow
So it's like the
raised at all
CEO that would
times,
ride
like-
his bike to work type shit. Okay.
Exactly.
Yes, they
I
don't
see it,
like him
yeah.
because
Yeah,
of his
just for
perception.
that
Classism.
reason, I have no
Classism,
sympathy
yeah.
for Bayern Munich. It's ridiculous. And there's the narrative, the way like the media and people started talking
Facts.
about Nagelsmann in the aftermath of it, as if he
him
did
losing his
something
girlfriend,
to
like-
drop
like-
his stocks.
Facts.
Like, respect this man and look at what the everyone's darling Thomas Tuchel is doing.
that
It's
absolute
it's a crime. It's a
He's
crime.
a bum,
What do you-
bro.
that
He has more
common-
losses
common
in half the
black leader.
games played. More losses in half the games played.
Bro,
Like, that's crazy.
Taliban
And he still has
in
a
full
job?
effect, bro. They just like him because he looks
Tuchel has to
kooky.
be holding something against the board. He has to have some pictures of something, man. Something
Dog.
going on behind the scenes because like there's no explanation.
Bro,
For if you have the point A with Nagel and then him,
I mean, if
Like,
they
come
sacked
on.
him now, what could they do? Like, someone mentioned
Again,
Hansi Flick on an
yeah.
emergency thing,
that's
but unless if that's not
manager
factual,
bounce,
what are their
bro.
options?
Just get a regular manager bounce.
Give Mourinho for manager bounce?
We're not going to win anyways.
Mourinho. Oh my gosh.
Might as well just
Like,
get
right
to the
now-
summer and do a proper search.
That's how
for
Chelsea
manager.
think, bro. That's how Chelsea think. They're not on like financial fair play stuff. They could do whatever they want right now. They don't have to wait until the season
I
ends.
don't know. If Tuchel can come back home, like I said, I'm fine with it.
That's crazy, bro. He didn't even believe in Pop. After Pop's got that draw for him, he still don't believe in him.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Bully doesn't like him, bro. He only got fired because of freaking he wouldn't WhatsApp him back. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, and he didn't want to play a
Facts.
4-4-3 formation.
Facts, bro. Listen, all I'm saying is, if Bayern really go through the rest of this season and Harry Kane goes trophyless, Bayern go trophyless, and they fall out of every competition in such a disgusting way, the look on people's faces, priceless.
I wonder what Harry Kane is.
I can't wait.
Like, I wonder if he goes to South America and just like revamps, like does
Roddy.
what's the thing? Like,
He
goes
goes
to
to Amazon.
Yeah, if they
He
go
has to do
trophyless this
something.
season, then he himself, like as much as we talk about the jokes and the memes, like it
Nah, he
will
has
seep
to.
into every part
Oh,
of his
yeah.
mind. Like, man,
Yeah.
there is something going on here. Like maybe I am cursed.
What on
Maybe
earth is
He
wrong
will.
with
This
me?
one, he might call what's his name, Tony Robbins, and have like a
I need
one-on-one with
self-help.
him. Like he needs a mentor,
some
bro.
motivation to speak.
He needs to call Tony Robbins, have a one-on-one with him. You know what I'm saying? Like figure this stuff out, because
Yeah, it's absurd.
mean,
Bro,
it's
it's
crazy.
it's about to be existential for this man if they go trophyless. It's not gonna be.
I mean, I
funny.
hope it happens.
Yeah,
I hope
it's
it
not
happens.
gonna be
Should've
funny,
joined-
except for me. It's gonna be hilarious.
And it's not even
Like,
out of spite. It's because I
Oh,
obviously
nah.
really want Leverkusen to win the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
honestly, I don't
absolutely.
care
It's
who
not even for
wins
Harry
the
Kane.
league.
It's for
yeah,
Bayern.
Yeah, no, for me it is spite. Yeah, it
But
is
to
for
be
Bayern.
honest-
It's absolutely for them. I'll bun
Listen,
them, man.
he could have stayed for Spurs. He could have tried to move for like United or something like that. And no, he chose Bayern. You live by the sword, you die by it. You chose this route. You chose the KD route. You're gonna live
Hey,
by it.
I'm glad he went
Matter of
there
fact.
to take the whole
Yep.
ship down. And long may it continue, Bayern. I hope you never find peace in your life. I hope the stench stays with you, brother. I hope the stench stays. Like for real.
I wish that could happen.
But
I
real,
freaking wish.
All right, it's time for predictions.
No.
Yeah.
One more thing I wanted to ask y'all about though.
Oh, yeah.
They did make it official. Mbappe said, "Hey, PSG, I'm not staying. Bye. I'm out. Next season, you're not gonna see me. I won't be here."
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't care about this
Hey.
this storyline.
I do- wait,
every year.
what I do
since
care- I
2021.
saw
No,
some guy-
but they said it's official though. They said like he
I
started
saw
on the
some
bench
guy,
this weekend.
listen.
They said it's sort of like for real. Like, hey,
I swear I've heard the same thing every single summer for the past 3
Yeah,
years.
and I've seen it for the past 2 days that it's confirmed that he signed with Real Madrid. The deal is
Yep.
already done. Like I've
I
seen that
saw
like 6 times already.
all the edits of him in the kit, and then the next thing you know, it's like not
No.
actually done. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
I think
do your
by the
job,
summer,
Todd. That's all I can say.
by the summer, if like France announced him as president of France and like he plays for
Hey,
PSG, I
Macron's
would
and
president.
not
Macron,
surprised.
Macron gonna give him that job for him,
If
bro.
he
He's like, "Stay,
resigns
brother,
with
please."
PSG, can we just all agree to never speak on his name again? He's just
I would
irrelevant.
hope so.
Even
would
at this
hope
point,
so.
I don't want to talk about it. Like, it's the boy who cried wolf. If the move to Madrid actually happens this summer, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
I've exhausted all attention.
He's kind of been on Madrid
to
for the last
Mbappe.
3 years.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a stack.
Good
It's
job. Like,
it's
you're
boring at
29
this
years
point.
old and you're moving to Madrid. Like no one really
Why you
cares
keep increasing
anymore,
these
you know?
ages?
Well, they do it with my boy, so I'm gonna do it to everyone else. That's how
pure-
it works.
I respect that
Your boy is
vendetta.
29,
I respect that vendetta.
No,
Honestly,
he's not.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
see, your boy is
You
pushing
actually
30.
think he's 29.
Your
You
boy
actually
has
think he's
blonde hair
29.
pushing 30.
You actually
dyed
think he's
hair.
29. Oh my god, you're actually
Yeah.
dumb. That's crazy. This guy's actually. You see,
Pushing
this
30
is why.
with blonde, bleach blonde
Yeah.
This guy
hair.
actually
Look.
thinks he's 30.
Crazy.
That's
That's
crazy.
it. All
That's crazy.
yeah, but I agree with
Google
y'all.
is free, brother.
Again,
Just go on Google.
As much.
He's closer to
Hold
30
on,
than 20.
I'll berate it back. Hold on.
That's not pushing 30. What the
Bro,
hell?
Take your ages from somewhere else, man. Damn.
Facts, man.
But nah. But again, I agree with y'all on the Mbappe thing. Again, I love Mbappe, but it's boring now. At this point, make just pull LeBron, say it early, let's get it over with, and move on. You know what I mean? Make the decision, and let's see what happens next
Yeah.
season. Unless you're gonna
Yeah,
pull
we
a
don't-
bold
we don't
move,
care.
Matter of
which
fact,
doesn't
if we don't
happen.
see a Piers
happen.
Morgan interview tomorrow with you sitting down and announcing that shit, we don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, honestly, just move and make it happen, and
He's
then
gonna
we can have a
press
conversation on what's next. Like,
He's gonna announce it at a press conference, a special one.
But I don't want to talk about that. But I saw someone say that if he joins Madrid, he'll have a better season than what Haaland had last season, and I think that's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
that's hard.
This guy won the
to do.
treble, scored
People think
50.
that
Yeah.
Real Madrid has
That's
to-
crazy.
Like Real Madrid
But-
adds an extra 10 goals and assists to your season.
But even if he does, bro, he still has to win the Champions League, the league, and the freaking whatever, the Copa del Rey. Like, even if he
still,
does
I just
that,
can't see Mbappe scoring 40 something goals.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
in
that's
that,
the
in that
craziest
team,
thing.
again, the wealth was kind of spread, and just in general,
Also,
adapting
like
to the
him
league.
and Vinicius take up the same positions on the pitch.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know
Yeah,
how
how
they're
do they
gonna work
even work?
together.
Vinny's gonna
Yeah.
have to be so. That's what I'm saying. That's why that whole situation is so weird.
does
'cause,
Haaland
like,
become a striker? I mean, not Haaland. I mean,
That's what-
Mbappe become a
Mbappe-
striker? Is he just
But even
becoming
as a
nine?
striker, he
So-
still wants
Yeah,
to
and he
drift
still
into
drifts
that left channel.
You're right.
But the idea is he's was playing striker if he joins. I think that's like.
Listen, do you know what I think?
What happens to Jude Bellingham too?
Yeah, he's not gonna be the extra striker.
The only thing I
He's
see
not gonna
if
be
Mbappe goes to Madrid, Vinny comes to United, Rashford goes to PSG. That's the only thing that makes sense in my head.
And then Vinny becomes the new Anthony. And then it all starts again.
I mean, you love Vinny.
Vinny will never become Anthony, but I don't want to wish that
his
on him.
career. I said his career was better.
I love Vinny. I'm a big Vinny fan. Some people aren't, but is what it is.
I mean, you are.
He's a world-class player.
Literally.
I agree. Gene thinks he's Martinelli in a United jersey or a Real
That's
Madrid
crazy.
jersey.
That's a
I don't
compliment.
think he's a world class.
But
I don't think he's a world class.
Adrian, what'd you say?
Oh no, I said that. I remember Gene saying that Rashford was better than Vinny at some point.
I said his career was better. Yeah.
Oh,
Which on his own is crazy.
Yeah, in isolation, that's a wild statement. But yeah, I mean, listen, with this Mbappe shit, just let us know. Just shut up and say where you're going, bro. Just get it over with, rip the Band-Aid off, and then we'll see what happens in the next season. But we can talk about our Yank picks really quickly, our Player of the Week and our Fraud of the Week. Just a real quick highlight of that. I'll go first. I already got mine loaded up. First and foremost, my Player of the Week, again, been in contention for the past like 2 or 3. Martin Odegaard. Jesus, what a player. I'm sorry, he's been operating at a very incredible level. He just disgustingly good right now. Absolutely major cog in the team, absolute monster, chance after chance, just vision on smoke. Thor, Odin's son in the flesh. Martin Odegaard, my Player of the Week. Yeah, look at this guy. He hating on me. Oh no, I was about to say.
All right, wrap it up.
Yeah, no. All right, fraud of the week. That is Jo Upamecanic. Only man, two red cards in back-to-back matches. Who does that?
Upamecanic.
Who does that, man? Who does that? You're fraud.
Crazy.
Frauded. Could have been the whole Bayern squad, but just specifically him this week.
All right, I'll go next. My Player of the Week. We touched on it a bit earlier. I don't think he will ever get my Player of the Week again, so I'm using this opportunity to give it to Malo Gusto, who I thought had a impeccable match against Man City and against Joku.
Player of the Week
who's probably one of, if not the toughest winger to try and have a one-on-one duel with throughout 90 minutes.
He was.
And then my Fraud of the Week for almost injuring or ending the career, pulling a Roy Keane on Erling Haaland's father. It's Mason Holgate. That tackle on Mitoma was horrendous. And not only did you almost kill this man, you set up your team for a 5-0 thumping in a game that they really should be trying to get maximum points off if Sheffield United has any hopes of trying to climb their way out of the bottom 3.
Hey, man. I know he was getting smacked on the back of the head, bro. That echo, bro. You should have felt it.
He deserved one in the back of the head from all of his teammates going into halftime.
100.
It was like 20 minutes in the match.
I'll go. I'm about to go.
And a medical
My
team.
Player of the Week. I mean, I don't know how not all of us have it. The guy just broke the record of most consecutive goals in Premier League. Youngest player ever. Højlund is my Player of the Week. And Fraud of the Week, I think this guy is fraud of the season. Nicholas Jackson, man. Welcome back to my Fraud of the Week. Miss a easy ass chance as if you're a striker, you got to put that in. You're back in it, brother. Godly, how do you do it every week, week in and week out? You're my Fraud of the Week. Crazy.
I mean, he still got an assist.
Good job. 1-1. 10th place. Next Drogba, I've heard.
Well, I was going to have my Player of the Week as Højlund, but after you said that, all those mean things, switch it to Callum Hudson-Odoi. He scored in the 94th minute. So I'm going to give that to him instead of Højlund. And then Fraud of the Week, I have Calvin Phillips. I'm just going to continue to make him my Fraud of the Week until he proves otherwise.
Let the family man go. Let the family man live.
I don't think his family wants to hang out with him anymore after this.
Oh my. And this guy's talking about me being mean. He's talking about personal affairs with the guy's family.
That is crazy. Adrian, go ahead.
Yeah, I had my Player of the Week as Højlund as well. Especially the first goal, we dribbled the keeper. It just screams the level of confidence that he's playing with at the moment. So it's good to see, especially after all the memes, whatever the outcome of that was.
Beat the meme allegations.
Sean Millis gave him the superpower. Shout out Sean Millis. And that's that.
Evans commented Millis on his Instagram post to Højlund.
It did?
Yeah.
Elite.
Now they had the banter about that in the
100%.
Fraud of the Week, I gotta give it to Kyle Walker. I mean that
I knew.
inexcusable, just inexcusable performance. The everything he did on Saturday, the shot, the defending, the decisions he was. It's just disgusting. So that's our captain right there.
Nah, word here. And last but certainly not least, we can get into our predictions for this week for the competition. We have 5 fixtures that we have chosen. Some select games, you know what I'm saying, from across the gaff. We'll go down the line, give our predictions. Again, it's 4 points for the right result, 10 points for the right score. Again, loser will be subject to the winner's discretion of
Adrian
a mute for the next week.
Adrian didn't use his mute. It was crazy. You could actually, if you choose to choose it on the game here.
Nah,
I tried to use it on Trey when he was talking about that Saka Kulusevski thing.
Yeah, nah, it's too late, brother. It's too late.
That was the wrong person.
Do you know how powerful? Wait, do you know how powerful it would be if Adrian uses his mute while Chase does a prediction, so just cancel out?
Nah, that's broken.
That's a let it cut off. That's wild. That's wild. At least give him a chance.
I appreciate competition.
Okay.
But we'll go through the results. First and foremost, Carabao Cup final, Liverpool versus Chelsea. We can go down the line in the order.
Ooh.
I got Phil.
Phil goes first.
Yeah, Phil, Gene, Adrian, me, then Chase. So Phil.
Yeah, I hate predicting Liverpool matches so much, but they just keep coming up. Yeah, I'm just saying what I think. I predict a 3-1 win for Liverpool.
Oh,
I'll go.
with all the injuries.
I'll go.
Nah, I go next. 2-1 Liverpool.
Nil draw. Liverpool on penalties.
Nah, if that happens again, man,
That's crazy.
I'm
That's
so
crazy.
sick of those finals. I'm sick.
I
of
don't
them.
think we'll ever see a 0-0 Liverpool Chelsea. Like with these two teams right now, how they are, I don't see it.
Hey, Liverpool.
If Nunez doesn't play, maybe it's possible. But with Nunez starting,
Dang.
absolutely not.
Hey. The jammiest. I feel like there's some weird circumstances being around this game. Weird circumstances. I don't know.
Lose your points.
Dog,
Lose points, dude.
He might. I don't know why.
Go lose points.
Not that game. 1-0 Liverpool. Sorry.
Bro, you know how bad it is. This guy's celebrating predictions.
You took me out of it. Yeah, you blame G for that. Blame G because I was low-key gonna go 2-1 Chelsea. I'll go 1-0 Liverpool. 1-0 Liverpool. All right, Chase.
This guy was celebrating prediction wins.
Chelsea 2, Liverpool 2, Chelsea 4-3 on penalties.
Yeah.
I think I'll make it. I think if it does go to penalties, Chelsea win. By the way,
Does Chelsea even have 4 players who can score a penalty?
nah, they have Cole Palmer, bro.
Cole Palmer
He'll
take 5
teach them.
penalties.
Who would even take penalties for Chelsea? It would be like Palmer.
Yeah, who took them in the
Enzo.
shootout against Newcastle?
I remember.
Kunku, Palmer.
That's what I
Enzo, Kunku,
Whenever I
Palmer.
think of an Enzo penalty, I just think of the one against the Netherlands in the World Cup.
I think Disasi takes them. I think he just hits it as hard as he can, and then just not Mudryk, and we're good. Or Caicedo. Caicedo probably takes the worst
Not
penalty
Mudryk.
ever.
Yeah, I just had him in the back of my mind. I was like, I hope I get to see a Caicedo penalty taken.
I feel like he doesn't have the ability to take one.
Nah, fairs. We'll see though. We'll see. All right, next game up in the Premier League, we have Arsenal versus Newcastle at the Emirates Stadium.
I have a 3-0 win for Arsenal.
Listen, I also do have an Arsenal 3-1 win, but if
No,
there's a
3-0.
time, 3-0. I have 3-1 Arsenal. But if there's a time, if Arsenal has the DNA to Arsenal a game, this would be it. If
Man's covering all his bases.
no, but I
He's
predict
gotta
them
put
to
all the
win
probabilities out
3-1.
there.
No, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like,
nah.
don't like when Trey sees something. I hope he doesn't rush to Twitter and says anything.
No, I'm not rushing to it.
That's all I'm saying.
Don't worry about that, man.
This is when you beat the allegations,
I
the
complain.
DNA allegations.
I complain on my lonesome. But Adrian, what's your score?
4-1 Arsenal.
Damn.
Sad to say.
Continue
4-1.
goals to goals to goals. 3 weeks in a row.
I got a 4-2 Arsenal. Actually, I think they'll somehow get to.
What happened to the defense?
Yeah, set piece might be odd, and Bruno might score one. Honestly, I feel like this might be a little bit of a higher scoring game, but I
He's
still
already preparing for that Bruno G goal.
yeah, bro. You already know he plays
Trust
high
me, I had
octane
him in
against us for no
FPL,
reason.
brother. It's not gonna
For
happen.
no reason. For no
dancing in
reason, he'll
front
play
of
high octane against us, man. I don't know why, but it's in the back of my head.
Bro,
But I say 4-2.
I had him in FPL, bro. He's not scoring.
Yeah.
I promise you.
4-2. I still call us to win though. Chase.
I've got Arsenal 3, Newcastle 1.
3-1. Arsenal. All right, next match up. Moving to the Champions League. The next couple of legs.
Match.
Internazionale. You know what I'm saying? Word to Jamie Carragher versus Atletico Madrid.
I have a 2-0 Inter win.
I was gonna go Atletico, but Inter's form, just 2 losses the whole year, all comps.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Inter 2, Atletico 1. I think Atletico could score a goal.
I'm gonna say 2-1 Atletico.
Dang, at the San Siro.
Yeah.
At the San Siro.
1-0 Inter.
This game screams 0-0. This is 0-0.
Yeah, that's a fair shot.
I feel like Inter plays some good stuff right now, man.
Mm-hmm. The defenses could cancel each other out, though. I'm not gonna lie, both have very solid defensive, so we can see about that. Moving on to another Champions League tie: Napoli versus Barcelona.
I have a 1-1 draw.
I have Napoli 1, Barcelona 2. Xavi in.
2-1 Barca.
For me, wait, let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
1-0 Napoli.
1-0 Napoli. This is tough, man. You know,
1-0
it's played.
Barcelona.
Where's it played at?
In Italy.
The Diego Maradona.
2-2 draw.
And I have 2-1 Napoli.
All right. And the last game of our prediction week: Bayern Munich versus RB Leipzig in the Bundesliga. Can they turn it around?
No, this was a dang hard one to predict. I have no idea what to expect, so I just said 2-2.
Listen, I'm predicting. I've been predicting Bayern to bounce back from that Lazio loss, so I'm going to continue doing it in hopes that they lose again. 3-1 Bayern.
3-1 Bayern. Adrian?
I'm gonna say 2-2 as well.
2-2 draw. I'm gonna go 3-1 RB Leipzig.
Remember, guys, no Upamecano.
At the
I'll let
Allianz?
y'all cook.
I'll let y'all cook.
Listen,
With no Upamecano.
I think-
No Upamecano, bro.
They might
They
be in
start
a groove
Eric
still.
Diabolical. No, they might start Eric Diabolical now.
No way, bro. Tuchel's going to get spanked. I'm telling you. There's no way.
Hey, we'll see.
And I've got 3-2 Bayern.
3-2 Bayern. All right, that's all of our scores recorded. Again, we'll keep in track and tally as the games go by, and we'll again report them on next week's show. But that's everything in the bank. That's all the notes we got. Listen, closing statements, man. Let's get to it. Let's wrap this thing up. Chase, before we get on out of here, give us your closing statements, dog.
Just focused on the weekend. That's all I can say. Trophy time. We're trophy hunting.
Nah, we gotta see. That's gonna be a fun day. Honestly, that's gonna be a fun day in the chat, on the timeline, all that stuff, man. On the other side of the final, man, Phil talks ball. Give me a closing statement.
Yeah, man. Speaking of the final, I just want to see Chase singing his praises of the magnitude of the Carabao Cup, regardless of what happens on Sunday.
Not regardless.
Yeah, he's ready to put them stipulations on there, for real. Adrian, give me your closing statements for this week's episode.
The Carabao Cup is a Mickey Mouse Cup.
You get this guy out of here, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too funny, bro. G, give us your closing statement.
I'm just glad that we have an exciting player to watch, man. That's it.
It's real. It's real. My closing statement is, what a time to be alive. Go support us, rate us 5 stars, all that good stuff. We're going to be here again throughout the rest of this season, covering all this good stuff, so you don't want to miss all the action, all the banter and stuff that we get up to. Yeah, long we need another DNF. Chase, just like, you know, just in case my scores don't go a certain way this week.
I'm back.
Oh, now he's gonna be consistent. It's a boy.
Unless they lose.
Oh,
Next week, next week he's gonna be do not show up. So I don't know. We'll do it.
We'll see. We'll figure it out. But that's all the time we got on this week's episode. This has been Yanks Talk Ball, and we'll talk to you all soon. Peace.